Why is there a token in my face? There. Good evening. Happy Sunday. It's Sunday, um, March 7th, 2020, and we're going to play some Dungeons and Dragons. Got a couple of players that are slacking, but uh, but we're here. We're getting ready. So get comfy. Put your sweatpants on. Get a beer. Whatever. All right. What's up, everybody? What's up, players? I see three of you. Is that all we got tonight? Three on cam? No, I see two on cam. What do you mean? I still don't have your cam up. Did you click on the ninja link in the on the message of the day and nothing happened? All right. I don't see you though. Do you have your browser window open? Do you see yourself? Can you wave to us like this? Hi. What you eating? Peanut butter and jelly bran or is that turkey? There you are. Hmm. Let's see. I think I need to. Oh, and then you lost again. Let's see. Yeah, it doesn't like your camera. OBS. I don't know. Oh, no, you're gone again. We'll give it a minute. What about Aiden? Is he playing tonight? Your camera messes up your audio. Oh, 'cause you're using your camera mic. Yeah, you need to go into Microsoft and make your mic your default and then mute your camera. I've got your thing plugged in. I don't know why it's not coming up. I even redid it. Let me try it one more time. Sometimes when you have like a weak signal, like weak internet, it doesn't really come up very well either. I could try adding a new browser source and see what happens. Let's try that. Browser source, add. do. Nope. So it's not my end, it's something on your end. I don't know. But we don't need your ugly mug to play D&D tonight, so let's play D&D. Let's see, where the hell? Let's bring up the player map. Why do I have a javelin as an attack? Where the... How'd that happen? Yeah, but it's in my hotbar. That's there's a javelin. Why is there a javelin where the party notes are supposed to be? So here is yonder map yonder, and you guys have traveled over to here, which is Archdale. And if you remember correctly, you met up with a cloud giant and his ogre buddies, and they were attempting to lower loot down into the city below via some cranes, and you stomped on them. You stomped them, but you went down to investigate, and there's a city down below that looks like it had been attacked by large siege weapons or some kind of sorts, because there's holes all in the roofs and buildings have been smashed and stuff. And you made your way, somebody made their way out to the river, and there were four stone giants that were landing barges on the shoreline, and I think that's where we left off last. Does that sound right? Oh, it looks like you guys got a long rest too somewhere. Well, you didn't really need a long rest because you didn't really even get damaged by the giant. It's like 2 rounds. Cloud giant was dead. Yeah, so I don't know why you're all reset. I didn't push a long rest, I don't think. Oh, so you took a long rest up into. Okay, so scratch the giants then. They're gone. Right, but if you guys got a long rest, then they left before you could engage them. They figured out what was going on and they left. They're like, uh, they not here. We go now. So I guess it's morning then. Okay, so the town looks like it has, like I described earlier, it looked like some siege weapons has uh, attacked the town. Large holes in, roofs and Some buildings have collapsed, and you do every now and then see some movement, but it's like people are trying to be quiet and stealthy and hidden kind of movement. So how are you? I mean, how much time do you take scouting the town? Do you like go inside of buildings and that, or you just kind of fly up? Yeah. So it doesn't look like there's anyone like openly like you know working the farms or doing anything out in the open too much. Every now and then you'll see humanoid people running around. How low are you? Yeah, they're yeah, so 250 feet. Yeah, it looks like it looks like it has been attacked. Definitely, there's lots of buildings that have been demolished, big holes in roofs, and it looks kind of abandoned. Probably, probably a city of a couple of thousand, maybe more. Yeah, you can misty steps like 60 feet and then fall 180. Did anyone hit any of them with fireballs or anything? So they look like they're in pretty good shape, actually. Some of them were actually loaded with loot. They may still be loaded with loot. Yeah, there's like all kinds of giant size weapons. Did you guys loot those? Do you want me to put those in your party sheet so you can lug them around? Yeah. But I'm pretty sure you got all the other loot. The smaller loot like the gems and the coins. But there was a couple of wagons full of giant size weapons. Kind of roughly made by fire giants, you think. Nah, a couple days. I mean, wait. How are you destroying them? Yeah, how are you planning on destroying them? Like with a hammer? No, no, they're metal. They're steel. They might have some wood handles on the blade, itself to hold it, but they're steel. Yeah, the drawers are with you guys. The two drawers. He's like, does anyone have any flint and steel? Maybe I can make a campfire and take 6 weeks to get it hot enough. Some of them are on the crane. You would have to take a couple trips to get them all down there, but yeah. They hadn't really gotten started yet. Oh.
Otherwise, we're gonna get,
Or they did fight back and they all got killed.
Goo.
Thanks, Engorgio. I had the players muted because they're just being a pain in the
Or
butt.
most
No,
of
I'm
them
kidding. I'm kidding.
Either way, we gotta
Yeah.
go down first, yeah?
Yes.
I don't think we should bring the weapons down now because
Yeah, no, we can just leave
giants
them at
control the town. They'll take them.
we'll leave them at the top with the dwarves, and they'll guard them.
That sounds good.
Let me put the 2 dwarves in the party since you guys want to use them.
Well, we got 2 cranes. We should leave one of the cranes with all the weapons on them. So, just in case there's... Oh, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'm over it.
Hey, what if the wizard banishes one of us with all the weapons, and then we can leave the weapons where he banishes his 2 laying on the ground, and then come back? I'm just saying. I don't know if
That
that's
is a very high level spell.
All right, so you guys are going to start lowering each other, like empty the cranes of the weapons, and then start lowering down. Who's staying up? I guess Delmonicos has to stay up to lower you guys down.
Yeah, then you can just fly down.
thought the 2 dwarves were going to lower us down. They were going to stay up here with the
Oh
weapons.
yeah, that's true. That's true.
Hey, do we still have that elf knight?
Yeah.
No, I don't. We do? Okay.
Yeah. The one that was imprisoned?
Yeah.
What the hell's going on with these guys? Nature freaking working.
Does he know anything about the town below?
He does.
What can you tell us about the town below?
Nothing at the moment because I'm trying to get the stupid drawers in the damn party in the combat tracker.
Oh, okay.
All right. So dwarf veteran 1 and dwarf veteran 2. There you guys go. So now you can, whoever wants to run them can run them, and I'll give you their NPC sheet. And, oh yeah, the elf guy. Where's he at? That was like a month ago. Now I don't know where he's at. He was a knight or something, wasn't he?
Something like that.
Huh.
He was a knight, and I believe his name was Knight.
Why am I not finding stuff? Let's see. He was downstairs in prison, right? So he was in the cell block. Here he is. Yeah, here he is. He is from Archdale. So he is from down below.
Oh, fun.
So he's like, "What can I do for you?" He comes out of the bushes.
When was the last time you were here?
It's been I've been in captivity for a couple months now.
Did the town look like this when you left, or
He looks over the edge. He goes, "No, not at all. Those big holes in the roofs and those buildings weren't collapsed, and there were people."
So it looks like they were definitely sieged by giants. Now the giants control the town. We could go down, and they were probably arming more giants up. I mean, we go down and try to take them out, but
There's
how many
no
giants?
giants down there that are visible. So if there are giants down there, they're hiding.
I thought somebody said we saw stone giants down there.
No, that Gary
That was
wiped that out.
that was last
didn't
night.
happen.
That was before you took your long rest.
Oh, so we did see giants down there. We just don't
You did.
anymore.
Right, correct. You saw them before you went to bed, and then, well, no, you never went down and investigated them, so you never saw them. Sorry. You only investigated in the morning after your long rest. We retconned it because you guys took a long rest. And then you went and explored the city, and then the giants had left.
Got it.
okay? So I mean, if it looks empty down there, I feel like it would be safer to keep everyone together.
It doesn't look like there's a
everything's
giant
good.
sieging the place currently. I mean, you're
Yeah, I don't know, I
250
think
feet up on a cliff looking over the edge, so.
Yeah, I think we just take everything down. Let's take everyone down.
Well, you can fit everybody on one lift, and the drawers can lower you down. The three drawers and the elf knight can lower you down, if that's what you guys want.
There's 3 dwarves.
The
Hang
two
on.
dwarves and the elf knight, the three
I
of them.
think that's a good idea to just leave them here. I think it works better for everybody. So that sounds good to me.
Okay, so you guys get lowered down to the city, and let's see. I think I have a little generic map of the city. Yeah. So you guys get lowered down over here. And you can see the river. The map's been inverted for ease of use of the cliff and stuff, but you can see the river's out this way, and it looks like there's a main road that goes through the town. Do you want me to put your tokens on the map?
Yeah, that'd be great. I'm trying to figure out a way to do the short sword flame brand
Okay.
because I don't have extra damage thing. So I'm kind of doing a round hack. So sorry.
There you go.
All right. Do we see any
So
people?
kind of looks like this. A little more destroyed.
Okay. Do we see people anywhere or like?
Give me a perception check. Whoever we is. Yeah, you see like somebody like looking out a window in a building over here. Like right there. They're like you can see them looking at you. Like
Humanoid?
they're trying to stay hidden. You think it's yeah, you think it's a human. Maybe a young boy.
So I let the party know that there's somebody in that house over there. Do we want to walk through town and check it out, or do we want to?
Yeah, let's go through town.
So we strolled through town like we're Billy Badasses just came here. So I guess that's what we're gonna do.
So as you guys uh start like down that driveway and stuff, you see like a couple of people like in the main section of the town over here. They run off into one of the buildings. Like they see you coming and they scatter and run into a building. They drop what they were carrying and they run off.
Do they say anything as they're running? Like in what language? Anything like that?
Um yeah, you understand in common one of them says, "Oh shit, run hide," to the other one.
We come in peace. What ho?
Is that what you're starting to yell out?
That's what I. Yeah, that's what I say.
You see like one of them kind of stop and look back kind of behind like a barrel like who are you, he yells out.
Who are we? Where's my party? They're back there.
Apparently, it's just us two.
We're a group of adventurers who are working on eradicating the giants that have been
Huh.
assaulting this area.
There's more of them, sounds like they're over by the cliffs, he yells. You hear some more movement in this direction over here in these trees. So after a minute or so, a moment or so, a a female wearing studded leather steps out of the tree line, and she says she's got her she's got her bow out and kind of notched, and she says, "You're you're what? I didn't hear you," she says.
Is she over there where that arrow is?
She's hold on, I got like 3 maps here. Let me get back. Yeah, she comes out. Here I can drop her token on the map. She steps out right here.
Oh, you're back there, Marquette.
She says, "Who are you?" Again, I didn't hear you.
I tell her that we're a group of adventurers that are working on eradicating the giants that have been assaulting towns and stuff like that, and I use panache on her.
What's the range?
Let me look. Let's see. As an action, you can make a charisma check contested by the creature's wisdom. The creature must be able to hear you, and you two must share a language.
Just hear you and share languages. So bada bing.
Correct.
Give it
And if you
give it
succeed on
the
check,
give it the roll. Give it the
and I'm proficient, so it's a minimum of 20 on my persuasion if I didn't roll higher than a 10.
So what's the outcome? Can you caring and sharing is that for me?
If you succeed on the check and the creature's hostile to you, that's not it. I don't know if they're hostile. Maybe
She
they
is
are. But...
hostile towards you right now.
Okay, if you succeed on the check and the creature's hostile to you, it has a disadvantage on attack rolls against targets other than you, and can't make opportunity attacks against targets other than you. This effect lasts for infinite until one of your companions attacks the target or affects it with spell, um, if you succeed on the check and the creature isn't hostile to you, it is charmed by you for 1 minute. While charmed, it regards you as a friendly acquaintance. This effect ends immediately if you are beginning to start to harm anything. So unless she's actively like wanting to attack us, I don't know. I don't. You'll have to figure out how that works. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So
I
if
think
she's just being
she
on her guard,
immediately, yeah, she was immediately hostile towards you guys as you guys climbed down from the cliffs and in the first few moments,
right?
and then
And I'm trying
you
to use my
dumped this on her.
Yeah, yeah. I'm
Yeah.
trying to use my persuasion on her that hey, we're friendly, we're here to help you guys. That's what I'm trying to do. You know what I mean?
So you're not necessarily using this ability just yet. You're trying
Not
to
in
let
that
her
way,
know.
because I'm
Okay.
trying to gauge her reaction. I mean, if I think she's gonna
Okay.
attack us, I'm gonna light her ass up. If I think
Yeah.
she's
So
amicable to conversation, then I'll work
yeah.
toward that. If that
So
makes sense.
yeah. So I'll just use your persuasion and not that particular skill that you just did or whatever it is,
That's a
ability or
dope
whatever.
bow, though.
Okay.
Yeah.
So she kind of unknocks her arrow and puts it back in the quiver, and she steps closer to you guys, and she says, "You're combatant giants. I am. What the hell's her name? I am
Archer,
Major
what?
Valissa of the Archdale Militia."
Pleasure to meet you. We encountered some giants up top and looked like they were low in weapons down to giants that were possibly down here, but we let's just say we liberated them from all their belongings up top. And we have some people guarding the weapons up there because we had noticed there was some destruction in the town down here, and we know that the giants have been rampaging through the area, attacking towns, and we have come to see if this town needs assistance.
Indeed, the giants periodically come through here and throw boulders and smash buildings and pillage and take things. We are down to about 25 of us left in the city. The rest have fled deeper into Cormier.
Hmm. Are we? Do you know which direction the giants come from? And are there currently any around that you know of right
Most
now?
come from upriver. She points upriver, north.
So we have a boat.
She says there were some here last night. Some stone giants. They had some large barges or something. Perhaps they were meeting up with the ones up top.
That sounds potential. Like I said, we stopped that, so maybe they have led back to try to figure out what was going on.
She says, "My men won't bother you. You are free to go, but I didn't quite catch your name. What is your group name? What do we call this adventuring band?"
So we're social distancing, and my name is Marquette.
Social distancing. I will put it in the ledger that some great adventures helped Archdale.
Awesome.
We do have some meager food that we have been able to hoard away and hide from the giants. We can offer you for perhaps a few days of rations, maybe some clean water.
That would be awesome. We would appreciate it.
So she calls on a couple of more of the militia commoner types, and they go off into their into their half destroyed city to bring you some of their rations.
Okay. We we. Do you guys want to stay here the evening and venture off the next day, try to get a feel of what they've been dealing with and who like maybe have been attacking this town, how many numbers, things like that?
Well,
It's 6 in the
Theros
morning, so
needed arrows.
Oh yeah, Theros needs an arrow shop.
Yeah.
And maybe the dwarves can
If
come
they
down
have
here
any
with their weapons, and
arrow
I'm sure
supplies.
there's a blacksmith here somewhere that can start wrecking those weapons.
They could also start trying to equip the militia, but I don't think that's really
Well,
done
they
in
could,
a timely manner.
and they actually could stay here and help defend the town while we're adventuring forward in case the town gets attacked again.
Yeah, that could work.
So we talked to her and say that we'd like some resupply. Our archer himself is running low on arrows. Many a giant has fallen to his arrows. Unfortunately, at some point you do run low on arrows. If you had any supplies of arrows we could purchase, we'd happily purchase from them. And then also we have a couple of compatriots up top that would come down and stay with you guys. They're a couple of high level companions of ours who could stay in the town and destroy the giant weapons that the giants were trying to bring down here. If you guys have a forge, well, help and guard you guys in case you're assaulted. Well, we venture upriver to take out the giant fortress.
Well, we've been just trying to stay low when the giants come through. There's only, like I said, there's only about 25 of us left, so engaging hostile giants is not a good idea since there's only 4 veterans. With your 2 dwarves, that would make 6 veterans against giants. We probably would not win those battles. However, we have gathered up a few supplies and weapons. We do have about 80 arrows that we can gather up and from our archers and give to you.
That would be great.
Maybe before the giants attack again, we can make some more. And I can show you over here, and she kind of points towards the outskirts of town, and she says, "We do have a forge, but of course, no one to operate it. Your dwarves are more than welcome to use it. However, it does usually put out quite a bit of smoke, and that typically has been attracting the giants to us. So we've been keeping fires to a minimum."
Since they've been raiding you, and also, do you have crossbow bolts? Because I could use some crossbow bolts too if you happen to have any of those also.
No, most of our archers have bows, and we can build the arrows. We can probably look around and maybe scrounge up a dozen or so bolts. You're not
Okay, that works.
far from Cormier, though. You're only a week away from Cormier. If you'd like
Now,
to.
the Knights of Cormier have not sent anybody to help the town with the giant attacks. I'm assuming they've been warned of it.
We do not fall under the sovereignty of Cormier.
Secondarily, as obviously they've whittled your town down through the people leaving and probably looted you guys multiple times. As they send new forces here, is it in quantity or do they send it in like small numbers, like 2, 3 giants, or do they still send like a full raiding party?
Well, about a 10-day ago, a large force came through and really pillaged and initially devastated the town. But uh, as I said, they seem to be traveling from upriver down the riverbank, and of course we're right on the river, so we're just an open target for them anytime they want to come and dump in our yard, per se.
Right. And so it was a large band. What type of giants?
Um, Last night, as I said, there were stone giants here last night. 10 day ago, it was a band of all kinds of giants: frost giants, hill giants, ogres, stone giants. We even saw a couple of cloud giants flying about.
Well, there is one less cloud giant around right now. I can tell you that.
You have
um,
slain a cloud giant?
we slayed a cloud giant, several fire giants, several stone giants, and took out the whole hill giant fortress and killed all of them, including their king.
Oh, indeed. Maybe you should
Insane.
stay here and protect the city, not us.
Well, we're gonna want it. We actually want to move and scout the giants out and take them out in their lair and catch them by surprise.
Unfortunately, we don't know where their lair is.
Okay. What do you guys? So I guess we're gonna stay here for today. Kind of. What do you guys want to talk to the town folks about? What do you want to do? What information would you like? And we'll get the other dwarves down here with the knight and kind of orchestrate all that, and then we'll kind of plan from there. What are your guys' thoughts on where we're going from there?
Um,
I don't really care. I'd say we
yeah.
set up a guard and maybe scout a little bit north.
Vicky? Darius?
Yeah, I mean, if they're sending giants downriver on barges, then I think it would make sense to, I mean, if it's small groups, or at least we'll be able to see them from tree lines and then decide whether or not we strike or ambush that group that's coming by, and then just keep following up river. Presumably we'll find where they're coming from.
I mean, we could bait some in, like you said. The fire might attract them. We could bait some in potentially to come down and investigate. You know what I mean? Though, because nobody got away as far as we know up there, so they might still be expecting the weapons shipment to come down. For all we know. How many stone giants were
Yeah,
here
that's
yesterday?
true. They might just be like, oh, it's the next day instead of today.
How many stone giants came the other day? I asked her.
She says, "Oh, we only saw 4."
We could probably handle 4 stone giants,
Yeah.
especially if we get the jump on them. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I mean, do you guys want to set up a trap and try to lure some down here, or do you want to explore upriver?
I'd rather fight them upriver. I don't want them to fight them at this town. You know what I mean?
We could sort of do both. You fire up the forge to melt destroy all the weapons, and then we're a kilometer upriver, and when they're like, oh, hey, there's some smoke, let's go check it out, then we, ambush them on the river. Or I guess along the river, right?
I feel this map is inverted, like all the writing's backwards on it.
It is. I said that.
Yeah, it's because
Okay.
he's orienting it with north up.
I'm game either way. I think that would be, we have the folding boat. I think you have it right there. I hope.
I don't.
Is one of the
The
dwarves
folding boat would have been in one of the dwarves' inventory. Yeah.
Yeah, great.
Well, it's in mine, I think, in Zagros's.
Yeah, that equipment's gone. When you
All
lost
right,
the
so
when you
yeah,
dipped on the PCs, you lost that equipment.
it's like
Okay. So we don't have the folding boat. Got destroyed. The giants didn't know what it was, and they squashed it in their hands.
or it was
Okay.
squashed. Like
Or there's like a giant running around in his own boat. He's like, "Yeah, I got this thing off some loot." He's floating around the river and stuff. All right.
Gives it to his kid for in the tub. Do do do.
Yeah.
Surfing on the water.
and then it casually just turns into a galleon.
All right. So I'm game either way. I mean, I'm not. Does she? We're not looking. I mean, obviously we're not really mercenaries at this point. We're actually just looking to kill giants. I'm assuming, right? I mean, we're not like looking for.
Yeah. No, I don't think we should get paid.
And they don't have anything anyways. I mean, we could probably help this town out over them helping us out.
Even if they did pay
Listen,
us,
I'm
we'd
holding,
probably still
like-
find more from the.
Yeah, you
enemy
kind of get
camp.
the impression when they give you the rations and the arrows that, they're giving, some needed supplies to you that they
Well,
need. But
We pay them handsomely.
the money, they're like, maybe we
Here,
can
you know what?
send
You know what?
somebody
I have
into
an idea.
Cormier to resupply.
Well, if we take the giants out, eventually you can rebuild your city, so the money would come in useful then to resupply.
Yeah, but there's 25 of them in a, 2,500 population city. It's gonna take a couple more
Yeah.
people to help build. These look like, militia that have stayed behind.
When the
Just-
giants come, they basically just hide.
Yeah, they're just spying on the giants to see if they're, and the information that you get, the giants aren't really interested in the town. They've already kind of pillaged and stuff, but every now and then a couple will wander around town. And
Do you have any wizards or sorcerers with you guys, or are you just normal militia?
there's 20 militia commoners, Major Valessa, and 4 militia veterans.
Were there any wizards' towers in town when it was fully occupied?
She's like, yes, the destroyed tower over there. And she points over to the destroyed
And
tower.
the giants destroyed it. Still might be some rubble for a caster there, spellbooks or something.
I'll go check it out. Where's it at?
She points to a big pile of boulders.
We can do a detect magic. Be
Right
something in the
here.
pile of rubble that was
Yeah, I'm
left.
familiar with
I don't
with
know.
that, Bill.
I don't know that too many giants use spell books. I mean, there are ones, I'm sure, but I don't know if they would have
I
looted
mean, yeah,
them,
but
you know?
even if we did detect magic there, I don't think we would be able to lift the boulders.
Yeah, how deep
You'd be
does
Uh,
detect magic
I
go
don't
through
think
stone?
I don't think
Let me
I'm
look.
that strong.
You got about at least 15 feet of stone.
Let me see what it says.
Thoris is strong, but not that strong.
There's ways to do anything, buddy.
Banish the rocks.
Just says you sense it within 30 feet of you. Doesn't say it has to be visible.
But how
Yeah,
do you
there's
even get
some
to
more
it?
description.
Oh, wait.
There's a little white button in the top left corner. If you click that, it will put it right in chat, and I can read it too. See that little? Yeah, nice. 1 foot of stone. So if you dig 14 feet of stone up, you might be able to detect some magic down there.
So, okay.
In other
I
words,
see what
there's nothing there where I was just figured DM might have something that could.
There very well could be, but you know you're gonna have to work for it.
Just get the dwarves to maybe start working on it as a pet project.
And in a town of 2,500 population, you figure the guy might be 5th level,
you're. Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
maybe 8th. He would be like super baller. He would rule the town, you know.
All right, so we're just gonna head upriver till we come across giants. We're gonna start.
Yeah,
I mean,
the leader right now, she's 3rd level.
so we bring the dwarves down and the knight down, and we get all the weapons down here. That's what we're gonna do for the rest of this day.
No, it
Okay.
takes you about an hour. It only takes you about an hour.
Right. We're gonna go get. We're gonna chat. We're gonna eat in town. We're restocking the arrows. We're gonna help bring the stuff to the forge, so they can start melting all the stuff down and turn it into like iron ingots or something that the town can use for the future rebuilding. Because I'm sure iron ingots are useful to everybody. You know what I mean? And then
Hey, what's up, Long Dog
we'll
Forever?
Theris can scout the river and look for anything that we might need to know. I give him one of the sending stones so he can let us know if he sees something coming up the river. So Theris, you have a sending stone right now. You can send me a message if you see incoming, okay? And then you can pull back to
All
the town.
right.
All right, so you want me to fast forward for the day?
Sorry. How many arrows was I able to get? How many
They
ever
they
total?
they all the militia commoners, they all have 10 arrows. They each will give you a portion of their arrows. So how many arrows do you want?
So I
Up to
said
you can
80. Oh, yeah.
They can give you up to 10 each, but that would leave them with none. So you could get a total of 200 if you wanted.
Okay. Actually, I have a quick question because I know that I got some arrows +1 the other day. I believe there was 16 of them, but I don't have anywhere that like the numbers. Like I see them on my like weapons tab, but there's no like ammo line for me to track them, and I don't know how to add an ammo line to that weapon.
You got 16. Where did they come from?
The giants loot.
I think it was, yeah, it was loot from last session.
I don't see them on your character sheet.
They're in my backpack and a quiver.
No, I understand where
It's
your
near the top.
character has them, but mechanically, I don't see.
Oh,
I see
I see.
1 + 1 arrow on your character sheet. So they were part of the giant's treasure loot. There was 11 of them.
Oh, 11. Sorry.
So
Okay,
just
so
change the quantity on your character sheet from 1 to 11, and then you have them. But you want me to code the arrows +1 on your sheet? Is that what you're asking?
No, it's I just thought it'd be easier if I had an ammo track. I'd just be able to count them down or up rather.
Is your bow plus
So I
one,
was just
Spaggy?
wondering. Yes, it is.
They do not stack, just so you know. So I mean, they're basically regular arrows to you. They won't add any
Oh,
benefit.
really?
Correct. They do not stack, and you already have a magical bow, so your arrows are considered magical anyways. So in reality, they're basically regular arrows to you.
Oh, well, okay.
Yeah. Otherwise, people would get like +5 back in the day. People would get +5 bows and +5 arrows and get +10. It didn't work that way. So it's either arrows or bows, but they don't cross stack. Same kind of bonus, just like I said. So it might almost be better to let these, either let them have some of the magical arrows in case they come across a magical enemy, or somebody else in the party uses a bow. Though I don't know anybody else in the party uses a bow,
Well,
so I don't think that matters.
on Buck's table they might not stack, but on mine and Jeremy Crawford's table they do stack. But as soon as you shoot a magical arrow, it's done. It's gone.
Did they change that with they changed that with 5e then?
This is as of November 28, 2014.
Which is when
So
5,
8
yeah.
years
So
ago.
they changed it then, yeah, because it didn't used to work that way. But
Yeah,
they're not +5. There's not
ammunition.
plus.
What?
Gotcha. There's not +5 weapons anymore either, so that's probably
Yeah,
kind of.
there's no +5, and you rarely are gonna find more than a +2 ammunition as well.
So that's maybe why they allow them to stack now, because they didn't used to. So I stand corrected. That's something new.
So you can just tick them off on your inventory, or I can take the time to figure out how to make a separate line.
Okay, yeah, don't worry. If it's not something that's easy, then don't worry about it. I'll keep track.
Yeah,
Thank you.
in the middle of everything, it's not that easy. But when you
Yeah,
use
fair enough.
one,
No,
we can just
understand.
give you a +1 to hit with it,
Yeah, sure.
and then you can just mark it off on your
Um,
inventory from 11 to 10 to 9 to 8.
Yep, certainly. That sounds all right. Okay, so I'll think on how many arrows I want to ask of them while you're continuing.
Yep. And how many rations do you want to get from them? They all have 3 rations apiece, so they're willing to offer you guys some.
I've got
So you
20
can get up to
rations
60
personally, and
rations from them, roughly,
I'm able to. Well,
if you
I'm able
take
to
all of the
forage every
rations.
day. That's why we haven't really had to worry about rations. But obviously, if we go somewhere where I can't forage, then rations would maybe come into play.
Yeah, like this town. You're foraging by getting their rations.
Well, no, I mean the countryside, just outside of town.
Yeah, it's been pretty much foraged in the immediate vicinity.
Okay then.
So morning? You guys good?
Nobody else in the party wants to do anything. Sure.
Yep.
All right. Let me push you guys along rest.
All my characters probably just doing is practicing his new firebolt that he has that has like very long range.
All right, so
And
it's now 6 in the morning the next day. You've guys gotten all your armor or all the giant weapons down. You fired up the forge. You started it, getting them melting down. You've collected up some of the militia's arrows and any rations that you guys want. What else do you guys want to do?
we set Spacky up the river a little bit, and had a meeting spot to pull back on the river in case he sees giants coming down, as we're kind of like waiting to see if they come back down to look for the supplies. And then I guess if we don't see anybody by like noonish, you guys want to start heading up river, or what do you want to do?
Yeah, I feel like we should start heading up river.
I agree.
Well, yeah, so I mean, that's kind of, I guess that's what our plan is.
So
Not
when
what
you
does he really
guys take a look at the river, this is some ice cold water that's in this river, and you think it comes out of the mountains, specifically the Thunder Peak Mountains. Here, I'll push this map to you guys again. As you can see, the river flows up, And not far outside of town, it gets difficult terrain, and starts to get steep and harder to climb. So how far up the river do you guys want to go? Each
Oh,
one of these
hold on.
squares is a day? Yeah.
I need to do something. Hold on. Did that work? That did not work. Did I miss anybody? Marquette.
Me, I think.
Okay.
All right, thank you.
I see an inspiring song as we're marching. Doo-doo-doo.
It's
Inspiring.
just like a cadence.
So
British grenadiers.
the dwarves and all are staying here. Okay.
Yeah, it's see. I'm sure you don't want us to have multiple NPCs. That wasn't the intent. It's just in the role playing sense, they're with us, so we making use of them, but without actually making, you know what I mean, without affecting the gameplay.
Yeah. When they get done doing what they got to do, they're gonna head into Cormier.
Sounds great. We'll meet back up with them at our forge at home, where they'll be sitting in rocking chairs one day. Get my damn boat back.
Zagreus is just gonna have it on him like 5 years later. It's like, oh, they probably need this, don't
We
they?
look out the river, we see them sailing by. They're like, "Hey guys, see you later!" Sailing down the river.
It's like Zagreus is just like in bed, just reading a book. He just sees a boat by his
I mean, they
bed,
technically
and
could
he's just like,
take the river away, probably.
they probably need
Zagreus
that.
can't fucking read.
Oh, thanks, appreciate that.
All right. So
I feel like this is
the
two people's
giant
fault.
tracks are extremely obvious on the riverbank, particularly around the two barges that are still here.
Oh, the two barges are still here. They haven't left yet. The
No,
giants.
these are human-sized barges, but they're big barges.
Can we track the giants?
Yeah, the tracks lead upriver. They come from upriver, and then a couple of days ago, you think they came from upriver, and over a 24-hour period ago, they look like they went upriver. So they're getting kind of faded and delayed. About 12 hours moving upriver, they cut due north. The tracks do.
Well, 12 hours. We're getting into nighttime.
12 hours from 6 a.m. is noon.
12 hours from
6 p.m.
6 p.m.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's starting to get dark, I'm sure.
Mhm.
6, 7 o'clock, yeah.
Yep.
So do we want to set up a little
Say
camp
2 more hours than sit up camp.
or a warm camp?
So you guys, it looks like the giants are cutting back into the archwood.
Yeah.
Is there a clear sort of path that they take? Like, is there a beaten area?
Not really. Matter of fact, it looks like they went into some heavy woods. The direction that they look like they went, that's like some thick woods that looks like they're heading towards. But you can clearly see their footprints. They're big, huge giants. So you figure a couple of hours would take you into the archwoods, where the giants went, and it would be dark.
All right. Do we want to do? Wait.
Right now you're
where
down
the path
on the
goes north,
riverbank.
Are there barges here?
No, the barges are in the city. The two barges, 12 hours ago.
Okay, right. Because there was nothing on the barges, so they left them there as opposed to taking them back up. Right. Okay.
Yeah, they didn't have anything to drag back upriver, so why take the barges? I mean,
No, yeah, but they did use the river to just walk. I'm just wondering if they're going to come back this way, or whether they take a different path back towards the town, sort of thing.
It's not like there's a worn path that they've been walking, like every day kind of thing. Doesn't look like that at all.
All right. Well, I guess I'd mentioned that. I mean, if they go back to the town because we had them, start up the smoke signal essentially, we might
Yeah,
not
when you guys
necessarily run into
before
them.
the sun sets and you guys look back, you can kind of make out the smoke a little bit, even as far as up the river as you guys have gone, because down river, you had to kind of climb up like heavy rocks and stuff to keep following these stone giants, and when you get up where they broke off from the river and you look back towards the city, you can see the city kind of faintly at the edge of your vision, and you can see a little trickle of smoke.
So I don't know if giants, or I guess stone giants, are nocturnal, or
I'm pretty sure all giants are like.
Don't think it matters either way.
well, I mean, like,
I think
Depends
they're
if they
like
get
none
guard
of them
is
are
duty
there
or not.
concern
nocturnal.
that they're gonna?
I don't think any of them are nocturnal. It wouldn't make sense for them to really be. None of them really fit a nocturnal bio.
Yeah, typically your nocturnal creatures are usually underground type of creatures.
Or like, yeah.
Well, that's what I was wondering with stone giants, whether they live underground primarily or not.
No, they're kind of like just live. They're kind of like hill giants, really. They're not nocturnal though.
Fair
I know
enough.
that much.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't know. What are your thoughts? Do you want to camp here, or do you want to sort of move back a little bit towards the town to try to prevent the stone giants getting past us towards the town?
I feel like the best way we could do that is probably just.
Well, they're not expecting us here, so if I would assume they would come back down the same path to head toward town if they were going to go investigate it. So, I mean, we can camp a little bit off, but reality is if we set up watch, I don't think we need to pull back to the town and lose progress. But that's my thought.
Well,
Yeah.
what I'm saying is I don't know whether they use the same path.
I would
Like,
assume
that's why
that.
I asked whether there
Yeah,
was
I'd
I
assume
would
they
a
would.
assume
regular
they would.
path, but
I,
there was not. Unless I was misinterpreting that, it made it seem like they just randomly chose to go north at this point and walk back through.
Or
the
they
woods.
could be trying to go somewhere, like somewhere specific that they think they know of. Say a keep.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean,
Yeah,
I'm
you
good
don't.
with whatever. I just wanted to,
You're pretty sure they're not heading to the Steeding. The
Yeah.
one you guys left behind. That's like due east and south even. These guys are heading, looks like, due north, like right into the Archwood. A couple more hours and you will enter the Archwood, but it will be dark. So that's kind of where we're hesitating. Do you guys want to stay on the riverbank and camp, or do you guys want to go a couple more hours into the darkness and head into the Archwood?
I'd say once we get to the archway, we make camp. Mainly because being on a riverbank is pretty open, and that could be very bad for us.
Actually, this riverbank, there's lots of places you could like set up behind boulder.
All right.
It's really rough and rocky, and there's all kinds of little outcroppings. Uh, and between the cliffs and the Archwood is kind of flat and open, and
All right. I retract my previous statement.
I mean it's become very difficult to move up the river. You're kind of thinking that's probably why the giants aren't going upriver any further.
Yeah. Well, then we could just. We could probably just camp here. It's not like it would be too hard to keep following.
that's what I'm saying. If they come down the path, we'll set up a watch, wake everybody up. Let's do this.
Yeah.
My only concern is you, Thoris, because your armor.
Well, I mean, whenever we're in camp, I probably won't have it on.
That's my only issues. We're all like we all don't have, we often sleep in our armor or leather or don't have it or mage armor, but you're kind of well, and I think Oris wears armor sometimes too. But that would be my only concern at night is trying to put on plate mail and doing all that if we get engaged.
Oh, I don't need to. It's not. I have a ability. I took the feat. I don't always need to be melee anymore. I have a 240-foot range firebolt.
Take magic initiate.
Spell sniper.
Oh, cool.
And
Okay, well, whatever you guys want to do, I don't care. I'm fine with that. Like setting up our watches and doing normal. We'll put either Thoris on first or last watch, and so that way he's in his armor and then he's out of it. You know what I mean? So it's not waking up in the middle of the night to put armor on. That's kind of stupid.
yeah, I'd probably take first watch.
Well, I
Tiamicus, do you have
think
dark vision?
donning armor, like heavy armor, takes like an hour anyway. So it's probably
Yeah,
Yes, I do.
I'll do first watch.
You do? Okay. And Darius has that, and I think Oros is human, right? I don't have his character sheet in front of me, but he's human, right?
Yeah, he's human.
And I'm human, and neither one of us have dark vision. So we know the middle of the
is
night watch.
Oros in the drunk player bag?
You have him on
It-
the
it
map.
doesn't-
That's the only reason I'm asking what you.
Yeah, I could
you
take
have-
him off the map. That's why
Okay.
I'm asking. Is he in the
No,
drunk player bag?
Yeah, he
yeah,
was gonna make
yeah.
that. He
All
picked
right,
up
so
his
let me.
daughter, and Tina was working. He said he didn't think he was gonna make it.
All right, so let me take him out of the combat tracker and out of the party sheet. Well, I don't need to take him out of the party sheet. We're on milestone, so it doesn't matter now. Unless we're splitting loots. Do you care?
No, I
No.
don't care about that.
Okay, I'll leave him in there then. All right, so you guys are gonna set up camp on the river bank or near the river, in like a outcropping kind of thing.
Yeah.
Buck?
Yep. Sounds
Yep.
perfect.
Okay. You're the party spokesman, so I'm just clarifying.
Yeah, you just blew me up with Discord text. I was trying to see what the heck they were all about.
All right, so the night goes by uneventfully. You guys will get a long rest.
Hold on.
Damn it. The lock button does not look like a long rest.
I sing my
And
inspiring
it's
tune is
6 in the morning.
I sing my sea shanty as we start marching out. 10 minutes, and we've got temporary hit points.
All right. And let's
Actually,
head
I
to the
actually
airport.
want to get breakfast before we even start marching. I'm like singing the song while we're cooking breakfast and shit. I'm inspiring everybody. I'm like, we can do this. We can win this race.
I'm going back to bed. All right, so
I use Natch on you, so you're charmed. You're like, dude, I really love that.
it's like in my subconsciously, I'm just cringing at it terribly, and it's just like, all right, so
roll wisdom save. See if you beat that equation.
all
I
right,
don't know what I rolled. I guess I just roll in the open.
yeah, probably. We could, I guess.
What? Here, I'll show you what you rolled. There you go.
Nice.
Yeah, 27. So make a will save 27, or you're charmed for a minute, and I have you sitting there loving my song, like cheering for more.
No, I failed.
Hey, I gotta bring the new people in sync with us here. So
Oh wow. Okay.
after I'm done, you're like, why did I like that song? That was terrible. All right, so we're gonna head up river, or we're gonna head and follow the path.
You following the giants into the woods? Is that what you're doing?
That was the
Yep.
plan, right?
Yep,
What
that's
I-
the plan.
Yeah, I didn't hear the plan, but okay. So that's the plan. You guys head off into the Archwoods. What's the marching order?
Time to get spidered. Marching order.
Normally go me and Theros up front, and then everybody else behind us.
Yep. I'll take
Theris,
behind.
Marquette,
I'll go behind.
Radgar, and I'll leave Oros there, and then Zagros. What? Radgar and
Nine.
Zagros? I don't think they have a marching order now.
We haven't updated those yet, apparently.
Yeah, my character will be last. Damikos can just be like flying like 10 feet above us, I guess.
Why? What does he got? He wants to burn his boots up. They only last
No,
so long.
he has wings.
Oh, that's right. So on your on the combat tracker next to your name, at the end of your name, just put your elevation so we always know how high up you are.
Oh, is
That
that what
way-
that's? Oh yeah, that. Never mind.
That
Oh,
way,
no,
if I look at the combat tracker and I see you're 20 feet up,
Yeah.
I can go, oh look,
Yeah.
bullseye.
He's not. I don't think he's actually up there. That's just me messing around. He's probably in the middle. I'm in the back.
In the back. And
I'm gonna
in
be
the middle.
watching behind us.
All right, Theris, give me a survival check as you enter into the woods here.
Would be a forest, yeah.
It is a forest, yes.
Okay, so my proficiency bonus should be doubled.
You can roll that in the open.
So +8.
Rolls a 1.
He gets another 4 on top of that, so it's a 16.
Is there something that's supposed to be coded or something? I don't understand.
It's because
That's
it's
natural explorer.
What's that?
The skill is natural explorer. I don't know. It's just says when you're doing any intelligence or wisdom check related to your favorite terrain, your proficiency bonus is doubled.
And your proficiency bonus is a 3, correct?
no, it's a 4 at level 11, and his wisdom
It's a
modifier is
4.
+3.
Okay.
That's his +7.
So
you gotta-
the way to do that is in the little modifier box up top, or wherever you have your modifier box, you would just add a 4 and then roll. The proper way. So you would have gotten a 16. Right? Is that correct?
The modifiers box says opportunity, cover, and damage. It doesn't have like a number for it.
No,
Now,
it's like at the top,
so
the top right.
on the table, there's a modifier box, and then it's advantage, disadvantage, +2, -2, +5, -5, opportunity, critical cover, max, superior cover, and half cover. You see that bar?
Oh, I see it.
And see the little modifier. If you type in a 4 there and then roll your survival, it will add that additional proficiency bonus to
Your wisdom's
your
a
roll.
16, Becky. I'm assuming.
Okay, yeah, I see it.
Yeah, yeah, exactly. But your
Yeah, wisdom is
original roll was a 16. So you do, as you start into the woods, it does look like these giants are covering their tracks.
Okay. Well, can our 12th
The
level
Theris
ranger
notices
call?
this. He's in the front.
Okay, they're trying to cover the tracks. What about the age of the tracks? Can I tell that?
You think the tracks are, a couple days old?
Okay, well, I can let the others know that it seems like they're trying to cover their tracks and they're a couple days old.
Okay.
Which would make sense since 2 days ago is when we last heard of where they were, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah. You guys have spent the night twice since they left. So you guys keep
And
moving?
for what it's worth, for what it's worth, Drake, because of my natural explore forest, difficult terrain shouldn't slow the group's travel.
In the forest, yeah. I haven't been applying that in the forest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
I
it
was
comes up
applying it
next.
on the riverbank because it was cliffy and rocky and elevated. So do you guys continue into the woods?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, right. We're planning to follow them and catch up with them, or figure out where they went, right?
Yep.
Let's go.
Remember, my minimum's 20 on perception.
Marquette and Demonicos, you guys up ahead see that two large trees have been bent over, and some kind of pile of leaves is in the middle of the path that you guys are heading in.
Like set up as a snare or just like broken over?
You should go stand on it and see.
You're
Yeah,
not
exactly.
sure. You notice this Theris is moving forward.
I tell Ferris, hold up a second. There's something suspicious about those trees up there.
Did you give me a bonus to my perception?
I did.
Oh man, I roll a 1.
As soon as Marquette points to the trees, you notice it. It's about 40, 50 feet ahead of you. There's a couple of very large trees that are bent over, and in the direction that they're bent over, there's a big pile of like leaves that looks kind of odd, like something's being camouflaged.
Alright, so I'm gonna walk up to like 15 feet of it. I'm gonna unhook my shield from
Wait,
my
wait,
armor
wait!
back.
You're in the back.
Yeah, I know, and I noticed them stopping. And okay, sorry.
Uh-huh.
I noticed them stopping. I come up to the front and I ask them why they stopped.
Tell them there's a possible trap up front, and I will go up and investigate to attempt to disable them and spot them. You need investigation or first?
No, it's fine.
You could just go up.
Give me a dexterity check. Acrobatics, if you wish. Theris, who's moving up? I'm sorry.
Marquette.
Dane is.
Marquette?
And my minimum acrobatics is a 19, but I'll roll it.
Yeah, because it's a 20 to avoid it. Just saying. Just saying.
20. Damn, that's high. I didn't avoid it.
Why is
But
your
I was
minimum
looking
of
for
a
it.
19 and you rolled a 4 and it's a 13? Oh, because you have a
It's
plus
reliable
8?
talent. No, I have reliable talent. Everything I'm proficient in, I get plus 10. I can't roll lower than a 10.
It's a
And I have a
10.
plus
Okay.
9.
Okay. I thought
So
it
I
was
have
an
a
8
19
for some
minimum.
reason. Yeah, I thought it was an
Yeah.
8 for some reason. Uh, there's no reliable talent. It seems like you should be able to have that coded, doesn't it?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like something like that would be a code. You click it, it would know what you're proficient in automatically. But I don't know.
Let's see. Actions. Reliable
Yeah, I
talent.
tried that. Let's see if it works. That if I did, I just clicked something. Hold on.
Yeah, if you put that effect on yourself and then roll.
Of course, you know I'm gonna roll above it now,
Yeah,
right? So of course.
it figures. Just roll like 3
I'm
times.
sorry. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Jesus. Fucking A.
Come on. Roll low, bitch. All right, hold on.
So like a 50-50
All right,
chance.
now roll.
You're just doing a lot of like cartwheels, apparently.
There we go. No, see, it still didn't apply it. It gave me a
Well,
17.
hold
Even
on.
with it on.
I turned on The manual roll. Hold on, let me turn it off again. Sorry.
He's just doing like
I don't know
cartwheels.
why it didn't pop up. I never used the manual roll. I could turn on so like if you guys roll like on your table, like at home, I can plug in the number here. But I didn't see where to plug it in, so.
Yeah, I mean, I clicked it. You see, I turned it on, but it's
Yeah,
still.
yeah, but I turned on manual roll, so just roll again. Let's see if it's working. There you go. No.
Nope, still didn't do it. Should have been a 20. So no.
And the effect is still on you? No, I think it goes away after the roll.
No, it's on my thing twice now with my little dove
Is it
thing.
still? Oh, okay. Maybe it doesn't work then. It's just a code that reminds you then. Is all it is.
Yeah. Yep. So okay. So, anyways, back to the drawing board.
All right. So when you move up, you see that these trees are bent over, and there's some heavy rope that's down into a trap, like a big net, like a big bear, a net trap kind of thing.
Okay. Does it look like I can disable it?
Yeah, you think you can cut the rope or something, but that's going to cause the trees to spring up violently.
Should I just throw my shield onto it because I don't use it anymore? Frisbee it on.
So I think if I cut the rope to disable it, do I have a way? Can I? What do I think is the triggering mechanism? Somebody steps on it, I'm assuming.
Stepping into the pile of leaves.
So can I disable it without making the trees bend back up?
Yeah. You think if you like pull some leaves back and find the triggering mechanism. However, if you fail, you may trigger it.
I mean,
okay. Well, I'll try. I
But
mean,
you have to
what do I
move
do?
into the trap to disable it, basically.
Okay.
why don't we just like throw something heavy enough onto it? Like find some.
But that'll spring it, and then the trees are gonna shoot up.
Hmm.
These are not. I'm assuming these are not small trees. It looks like giants set this snare. I'm
Yeah,
assuming.
Well,
no.
I mean, if we're far enough back, it won't hurt us at all.
Correct, but the trees will spring up, and they may notice it if they're up ahead.
Now, I'm imagining that you went up the 50 feet and are investigating, and the rest of the party's back the 50 feet, right?
Correct.
Yeah, okay.
My investigation would be at least a 22, so I determined all the stuff I did.
Yeah.
I'm
If
just
you
saying
move into the trap, I can tell you more information, though. As you pull the leaves out of the way and investigate the trap.
Yeah, I mean, I would attempt to disable it. That's what my guy does. I don't know what the
Okay,
disable
so
is on
you
this
so
thing.
you move into the trap and you pull some leaves away. Not only does this net have not only is this a net, but it's loaded with like 8-inch long spikes, like
So it's like a
pungy
pretty
spikes.
nasty trap.
Yeah, you'd think it would do some massive damage to whatever got caught in it. And so you see some of those little hook things that are holding the ropes tight, that kind of thing. So you think you can unhook the hook, but I don't know how you're gonna keep the tree from flinging up.
Well, can we just go around it?
Sure, absolutely.
I mean, we don't need to trigger this. I think we should go around it. Then we at least know it's here too. If we have to run something back through here, we might be able to, run something back through and have them actually get hit by the trap. So I let the party know. I outline where to move around the trap.
Yeah,
I investigate around the trap.
They all see it now. It's pretty obvious now that you pointed out.
I investigate around the trap to make sure that somebody didn't do a double trap. Like, hey, look at this obvious freaking bent tree trap, and then they have another trap hidden in the woods when we try to go around. So I kind of investigate that
how
area as we
much
go.
time do you investigate around this trap?
I use my perception to spot it, not greatly, but passively. So minimum's 20. So passively, I'm looking for anything else that might be a trap.
How much time do you spend passively looking around this area?
5 minutes as we go around.
5 minutes? You don't discover anything other than the giants seem to have taken their time in hiding their tracks.
Gotcha.
That is unlike giants.
Well, they also have not. I mean, if you think that the stone giants and cloud giant were part of a thing, and the cloud giant didn't return, who can fly and move pretty quick, then they may be more suspicious that something's going on, that the cloud giant didn't show up because they
Fair.
were him to be there. So I mean, if you're like a stone giant, you're like, oh, there's cloud giants and this or that, and we're expecting all this shipment to come in, and suddenly it doesn't show up. It might lead you to believe like, whoa, something might be a little bit off here. Like, where's the cloud giant? Like, why hasn't he checked in with us? The dude with the legendary sword. Just the thing, you know what I mean? Just a thought, though.
I know.
All right, so you guys move around this trap and try to pick up the tracks of the giants.
Yes.
Roll me a stealth check. Whoever's not a stealth check, a survival. Whoever's tracking these giants. Whoever's the expert tracker. I'm assuming
Don't forget
Theris,
to
but-
add your mod. Yeah, reliable talent and a high level rogue is a lot of freaking minimums of something.
Yeah, so you can tell that the giants um, are covering their tracks, but with a 16, that's enough to see that not only did they cover their tracks, but it looks like they headed off in a different direction than their tracks lead you to believe. Like the tracks look like they continue north and then they backstepped and then very carefully tried to hide their tracks to the east a little bit.
Alrighty, well, I'll let everyone know. Can I tell how many there are?
Four. The same four you've been following for 2 days.
Okay. These four are interesting fellows. Shall we continue forward?
Yeah, I mean we're trying to track them down, right? That's what our
Yeah,
plan
you can
is.
go. You can follow their tracks north, or they got some hidden tracks that go off to the east that they've really tried to cover up.
Well, yeah. I mean, sorry. We'll follow east, right? That's the way they're heading.
Yeah, the stuff they
No,
tried to hide it.
the tracks go north, and they really tried to cover up some tracks that go east, but you spotted them.
So
East.
we're gonna investigate the east ones first, I'm assuming, right? Because they really tried to hide those.
East.
East, we say east. We're following the
Okay.
east tracks. Okay.
So as you guys
To the east.
follow these tracks east, they go about 100 feet into a very very thick um, bushy area, and you can see that there's some kind of structure that's been built in this area. Really rough branches have been piled up. A hole has been dug, and there's like a fake like branch covering over it, a big fake covering over it. You can smell the fresh earth, within the last couple of days have been dug up. So you guys can all see this up ahead about 20, 30 feet in front of you through the thick bushes, thick pile of broken branches and
So I do like the eye thing, like there's and like we should scout ahead and be quiet and stealth ahead and check out what's actually in there before we just approach it just to see what
well,
might
it's
be
like
something in
20,
there.
30 feet, so it's not like that far ahead.
Right, but the guy breaking through the rubble and plate mail is probably a little bit more loud than the people with stealth, so at least we can get a little.
What?
The guy that's like 15
I-
feet back, 20 feet
Yeah,
back.
Yeah,
I
I
can
mean,
stay back.
you're like a notch above me in terms of stealthing, so it might be best if I stay back.
So I'll stealth up and kind of peek in the windows or doors or see what I can see in there if there's
Well,
any
it's not
kind of
really
critter.
windows and doors. It looks like when you get up there, you can clearly see that it looks like somebody dug a fairly decent sized hole and kind of matted it down and then built like a covering over it. It looks like to hide something.
So I will peek in the hole.
Okay, you find a hole.
Empty down. It's empty.
Yeah, it's an empty hole.
So it looked like they made some kind
There's
of
a
storage
couple
area.
of makeshift like shovel kind of made out of like tree stumps, kind of, like flat tree pieces. Looks like they used to dig a hole. Not a
Does it
very
look like
deep hole. It looks like a hole big enough to put a bunch of weapons in.
right? That's what I figured. Okay, so I creep back to the party and let them know that I think they were going to store the weapons here till maybe they could bring more people to carry them, or this was going to be like a cache. I'm not sure. That's kind of what I think is going on here. So I guess we'll continue to follow the north tracks, or you guys want to check any more around here? I don't see anything that's here. There's nothing here. It looks like maybe.
Well, yeah, I think I
maybe a
should
store.
do at least a run or a walk around to see if there's any tracks leading further away in another direction, right? Or can I tell whether there was tracks forward and back from this location, Drake?
Yeah, you can. You already could determine that. You already did determine that.
Okay. Well, I mean, I think it might be still worthwhile to do a quick 360 of it just to make sure, right?
Yeah, it's clear that the giants assumed that maybe somebody might follow them, and they built a weapons cache if they needed to quickly. The weapons cache does appear to be older than the tracks. You know, the tracks that lead north.
Okay, cool. I guess we should head back then.
And you
Unless
guys
anyone else
continue
has
north?
ideas.
Correct.
All right, so you guys will finish the day in the Archwoods as the sun goes down and it gets really dark in these woods. Really dark. And your
Alright.
encounter chance increases. Are you guys
And
going to camp, or are you going to try to keep um, force march your way out of the woods? You think you got 4 or
Yeah.
5 hours before you can get out of the woods?
Will
we
we
can camp
force
in the
march
woods.
tonight in the woods, or will we camp?
I think we can camp.
We would probably camp. I mean,
Yeah. I can whenever I'm on watch, I can just hold out my sword and
I
I can desert
I asked
enemies.
I asked Damicus if does this feel like magically eerie or just dark and eerie.
Spook.
Uh, Damicus,
What? Did you not hear me?
Uh-uh.
you
No.
broke
Yeah,
up.
Brent, I don't know if you just you might have said one word, but it got cut off.
Can you hear me now?
Yes.
Yes.
I
Yes.
tell you, it feels spooky because I don't like trees.
Aren't you a bat?
Yeah, they catch his wings.
I will fry you into a crispy little fucking critter if you call me a bat.
A bat, I
You're-
love it. It's Batman. It's Batman.
I am the knight. I just don't like trees.
What do you think bats like trees? They live in
They
caves.
like caves.
You
Well,
fucking from
they live in
Canada or
caves,
something?
but they hunt in they hunt in trees. They don't hunt in
Figure it
caves.
out.
They hunt out in the trees.
Spare parts.
Am I
I
crazy?
mean, he's slightly
Do-
bigger than a
Do they
bat.
not hunt in trees?
Okay,
Yeah,
so
I
do we?
feel like
What?
can
What?
camp
So we're
in here.
camping,
It's
right?
not like we won't get too messed up even if we do get attacked.
Do we want to push on through the woods, or do we want to camp? It's literally 4 or 5 more hours of travel, and then we'll just have to sleep later in the day next day, or we can camp. It doesn't matter to me. Just let's make a call.
I think we should just camp here. Get a full day's march.
8-1
tomorrow.
faction. Damagos, you're the one scared. Listen, we know you usually sleep upside down in a tree, but you're the one scared right now. So what are we doing?
Force March has
the
a
fuck you
chance
talking
of
about?
becoming encumbered or
It's a
exhausted.
fruit bat. You're a fruit bat.
Hey, real quick, before we continue, we leveled last time, right? We should be 12th or 11th.
12.
'Cause I leveled my guy, but it still says Wizard 11 on there. I was just looking at my spells to try and get a new spell.
Yeah, you're still 11th level.
What the fuck? I know I hit
Everyone
12.
else is 12th. If you look at the party sheet.
I need AFK for a second. Hold on. I'll be right back.
All right. Carrie, just make sure I'm not gonna mess something up. I'm gonna hit level up on this thing. That should be 12. Do I show
How are
12
you
to you
leveling
somehow?
yourself up?
Well, I go into the magnifying glass and I hit the button that says level up.
No,
You,
that's
you
why
drag,
it
you
doesn't
drag the
work.
shield towards the total level.
The level up
Oh,
button is broke. It's never. It's a new feature that's been added in the last couple of months, but it's broken.
oh, whoops.
You should still level up like you've always leveled up every single time ever. Is drag the little shield off of the thing and back on.
All right, I thought it worked this time. My bad.
No, do not use the wizard. The wizard's not working.
Okay, I'm back to normal. Yeah, I was just checking my spells.
All right, let's since Buck went AFK, let's take a little 10-minute break. I'm gonna go get go potty and get a fresh drink and stuff. So I'm gonna start a countdown for this chat. Let's do 21:49.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start a timer, and I'm gonna put some music on for the stream. And hey, stream, we'll be back in about 10 minutes. So give us a little time. Go get a drink and then come back. And I'll start the slideshow for you guys.
Here.
Let's play some D&D. So I didn't catch. Were you guys force marching your way out or spending the night in the woods?
Spending the night in the woods.
Buck? Is that what you guys are
Said
doing?
that. Yes, we said that a couple times. Yes, that's what we're doing.
Okay, I just clarifying. All right, so do you guys have like tents or what? Will you guys just sleep on a bedroll in the middle?
Apparently, I just hang upside down from a branch.
Apparently,
Don't
apparently.
you have rope trick or something or aren't you
I would. You know what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast a spell. Just check real quick. Just double check the spell. Stand by. Yeah, it's pretty good. Give me just a minute, fellas, or about 10 minutes, and I'll make sure we're all set for the night. Okay.
Beautiful.
So I cast this spell, Carrie. Uh, 100 foot on each side. It looks like I could choose any or all of the following properties. I'll choose all.
Okay, so do you guys have tents or do you guys just sleep on sleeping bags? Because this is just like a protected area. It's a warded area. It doesn't make a dome. It doesn't give you a circus tent. It doesn't protect you from, branches falling and bats and stuff,
Well, I'm just gonna lean up against or sit down up against the tree and have some leaves and shit and sleep on the ground.
Yeah, we have freaking sleeping bags and stuff.
Yeah, I don't. My dwarf did, but apparently I forgot to buy them.
All right, so I'm
We
gonna
have
put
to
you
combine.
guys on because you guys do have an encounter tonight, so that's why I'm asking.
Oh, that should be entertaining.
So I will put you guys on a map, and I have 4 tents, but let me turn off all the tents since none of you have tents.
No, I don't. Don't know about
Do
the
you
other two.
guys have a fire?
We do make a fire every camp unless we say
Yeah.
we're making.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
fire.
we have a camp. We have a camp.
Okay,
We have
so
a fire,
there's
yeah.
the fire. Oops, hold on. I've unlocked the tokens, and let me push you this map.
So that entire area is in my
Pretty
sanctum.
much, yeah, pretty much the whole map. So that's how you guys are sleeping? Is that your camp?
No, I gotta find a tree. Hold on. That's my tree right there. I'm leaning up against that tree.
And we have party watch already set up, I think. Let's take a peek.
Has it been fixed since the dwarves are gone?
I'm
Yeah,
not sure.
Okay.
I think. Actually, I don't think. I don't
Yeah,
think
so only
yours-
3 people are on watch: Marquette, Theros, and
Yeah.
Ulros.
So my character goes first. Like Thoras goes first. I don't know about the rest.
I'll go in the middle of the night. No, wait. I need to.
I do the early morning watch.
Middle of the night then. Whatever.
And Theros as well.
So add Thoros first and add me in the middle.
All right. So Damokos will be 2, and Theros will
2.
be 3. Marquette will be 4. And
And-
Orgros is just there.
Not doing anything.
He's sleeping in the fire pit.
Well, Oros is half elf, so he actually does have dark vision. Okay. Good to
Yeah,
know.
but he's drunk. So
I know, but good to know for next time.
All right, so you guys get your fire going, a little fire. It's cool. It's kind of misty. The temperature has dropped pretty dramatically as you guys have been traveling north. And tonight you guys have a little bit of snow, or more like sleet. Starts coming down. So those that are exposed to the elements aren't sleeping very well. because it's cold and wet.
1 sec.
We're by
You
the
know,
fire.
yeah, I can see where everybody's around the fire.
Yep.
But can't you're like
Well,
20 feet away from the fire,
uh,
and everybody else is
yeah,
way
I
further.
was. But when I set up at my tree, I didn't know that there'd be snow, so I'll be.
Well, that's what I'm saying. After you get the fire going and you get into your spot, it always happens when you go camping too. It starts to rain or it starts to sleet. So it's starting to sleet, and you guys are really wishing you had tents or something. But as you're trying to, stay warm and comfortable, um, Theris, it's your watch. Is that where you're at during your watch?
Yeah.
Like under the tree and stuff?
Yeah, sort of, somewhat concealed behind the bushes, trees, whatever that is, and the stump.
So as you're as you're as you're kind of watching it, it's really dark, it's sleety, and let me stop the. Sorry, I need to stop the music on the stream. It's sleety, it's kind of windy, and you feel like the ground vibrate or shake. And you kind of look around, and erupting out of the ground uh, suddenly is a creature of enormous size. Uh,
Ancient red dragon.
it's about well, you see its head is about 20-foot diameter, comes erupting out of the ground right underneath the party here, and we're gonna have three
So
people
they've
with surprise.
all been swallowed alive.
Does anybody have like a warning, a weapon of warning or anything? An ability that keeps them from being surprised?
Ferris does.
I would, but I have to be awake basically. I'd have to have my weapon out, which I don't. So
And at this point, this is like in first. What watch is this? Third watch.
Yeah.
So that means we're sleeping.
Yeah. Everybody else is asleep. But
Okay.
I do
what
not.
what do you mean, Aiden? What do
So
you mean
in
you
30
would have
feet
to
of
if
be?
I have my weapon out, I
surprise.
wouldn't be surprised because it tells me what enemies are nearby. And it's a wand of enemy detection. If I had it out, but I don't. So
A wand of
but I
enemy
don't.
detection. Okay, yeah, no, that wouldn't help you.
Yeah, no. I
Hold
don't
on.
have
So
anything.
Drake, this rapier of warning says that me and my companions within 30 feet can't be surprised.
All right, so Marquette, are you there? Let's say you're there.
I was next to the fire, so yeah.
Yeah.
I said I was next to the fire. I don't know if my token got moved.
All right, so let's do.
So nobody's surprised.
Good.
Well, some of you may be not in armor and laying prone and stuff on your initiative, but
Yeah.
Given my rapier now, I'll be rolling trash on initiatives now.
I mean, I don't need a. My character, as I said, doesn't need to be melee right now.
all right, so the ground starts shaking. Something underneath of you guys wake you guys up, and Damakos, it's actually your turn.
So I feel under the ground. I fly
Yeah.
30 feet straight up,
Okay.
and then I look down. Do I
Actually,
see a target?
you can fly 15 because you have to become unprone.
Why would I need to
Mechanics.
become unprone to fly?
Game mechanics, because your wings are caught in your sleeping bag, whatever. It's game mechanics. You can roleplay it however you want, but you can only use you can fall prone while you're flying, believe it or not.
Okay. So I fly up 15 feet. What do I see?
You could
Do I see it?
you see the ground starting to bubble up and something is about to come out of the ground right over here.
Like right underneath me, right? Or right over there? All
Yeah,
right.
where
So I fly 15 feet and I ready a spell that as soon as I see it pop out, I'm going to shoot it with a lightning bolt.
so you're going to ready a spell. Now you do realize if
I
for
do.
whatever reason you still burn the spell.
Realize it, yes.
Okay. And you can apply
Yeah, I'm getting there.
ready spell or something. Theris.
It's just ready to spell.
There. I think Rob made by me to asking.
I have
He
it.
made a readied spell. He did that for me. He
It's
said,
on there.
add it.
Can you lock tokens? I'm gonna move
Sure.
away from this thing and ready an arrow to shoot at it.
Visibility is 60 feet.
How close should I stay? 60
Visibility is
feet?
60
Okay.
feet.
So I'll be good there, probably.
Thoris.
Or maybe I miscalculated.
All right, so I'm gonna go pull back
Be there
to.
instead, Drake. Sorry.
What is that keeps going off?
It's the snow.
That sound is the snow?
It's the sound, right?
I'm gonna move there, then ready my firebolt cantrip.
Do you have dark vision?
No, I probably.
Okay, your visibility is your hand in front of your face.
Great.
Or the light source that the campfire is putting off,
Alright,
which is
1 second,
pretty
then let me
dim
look.
right now.
Okay, so I have an idea. Okay, so I'm gonna instead of doing that, I'm gonna go grab my sword, which is Waith, and I just went straight down into my actions. And Waith can see, has dark vision, so.
Okay, so you're laying on the ground, you're
Yeah,
asleep,
I'm gonna get
and
up.
this
I'm gonna get
tremor
up,
wakes you up, and you reach over
and
and
I'm
you grab your sword, which is part of your
Yes.
action.
because that's what I would do, honestly, my character.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah,
I'm gonna move there.
so you get up and you move there. Okay.
I'm also gonna tell Waith, tell me if you see anything. Has a dark vision of 120 feet. So.
He said, "See
hearing
what?
and
I was sleeping. What are you talking about?"
So basically, I'm like laying there. Suddenly, I get this kind of warning in my head, like, "Hey, something's coming on," as I'm sleeping. So I keep expressing, I'm like, "Huh?"
And the
then I wake
ground's
up.
shaking.
And you just see
The
Thora.
Earth's starting to erupt in that area I'm pointing at. Rocks are coming flying up. Dirt's flying up.
So I roll to my feet. As a bonus action, I draw my weapon as a bonus action. I activate the flame brand, so it's flaming sword now, and I cast mage armor myself.
Okay.
So now I have a flaming sword with better light source now, by the way.
So you guys see this thing erupt out of the ground.
Cool. So as soon as I see it, the lightning bolt hits it.
Yep.
So I need you gotta put them on a thing. Cool looking though.
Yep.
Alright, let me cast it. Targeted, unidentified creature. Now it's a big X.
And it's gonna let's see, what's its reach?
Is this supposed to show as a big white X?
Probably because we don't really know what it is.
It just failed a saving throw.
Oh,
That's a very large X.
that's a very large X.
So it's gonna erupt. Let's see, it can tunneler. It can burrow through. Ooh. All right, so it's only out, about 10 feet at the moment. And Brant, you think it could reach you if it wanted to, but when it erupts, it senses around. And is there any negatives that it has because of your thing? No, I didn't see anything that would
Because of lightning bolt? No.
because of your 24-hour bubble thing or
Oh
whatever.
no, no, it did not have the effect that I wanted. That's
Also,
more against magic, not against
So it's gonna try to bite Marquette.
I took off my plate armor just before I get attacked.
And it hits.
Damn, and he needed to hit fucking high. Yes.
Are you gonna use any of your roguish abilities before I roll
Yeah.
damage?
Yeah.
He's like, hell yeah.
Uncanny dodge. So it
No, not
bites
a
you.
dodge. What's the fucking one? Hold on. Is it uncanny dodge? Let me see.
Yeah.
I think that's the right one, right? Yeah, that's the right one. So I was thinking evasion was the other one, but
No,
yep.
evasion's for spells. So it bites you, crunch, which you absorb the damage, but let's see, when it bites you, so you are a large or smaller creature. So you jump out of the way as this thing tries to bite you. It doesn't even draw any blood on you, but you think you can see its big, huge stomach, his throat, as he tries to bite at you. And as it flops out onto the ground, the rest of the way, like here, and it's
Oh hey,
swinging around with its tail, and it's got a big stinger on the end of its tail. Do you have your armor turned off, unequipped?
yes I do. I have 13 AC right now.
As it tries to sting you with its tail, Thoris.
All right,
And it hits,
that would hit either way.
doing this big. It's like a freaking lance, like a 10-foot long lance, just jabs into your chest, doing
Ah,
20 points of damage, which 14 of it's absorbed. And then you can you see it ejecting this gunk as you succeed on your saving throw. Let's see if there's. And so you only take half damage from the poison.
I don't take any damage because I'm immune to disease. Actually, that's not poison. That's disease, not poison. Never mind.
Yeah.
I'm
So you,
smart.
so you just take half damage.
That was a lot of dice.
Hey,
As the
what?
poison soaks into you.
Don't you have a paladin thing that helps all our saves?
Marquette.
Yes, but not for poison.
It would have helped my dex save, so make sure we meet next time.
Okay,
Look that up, please, for me.
there's charisma saves or protection. That's
Right. Is it just charisma saves? I think it's all our saves it benefits.
no, that any passive things. That's it. That's only charisma.
Okay. All right. So I'm gonna stick it with my sword.
Nice. Actually, let me check that real quick though. Just make sure I'm not.
I'm gonna move first. Carry. I'm gonna take a 5-foot step to the side here, so I'm the only one within 5 feet of it.
Oh wait, no. Any creature within 10 feet of me, like makes a saving throw. The creature gains a bonus to saving throw equal to my charisma modifier.
That's what I thought. So yeah, that helps
Yeah.
with all our saves. Yes.
You are not 10 feet from me.
I'm not now, but I'm moving that way.
Okay.
And I'm gonna stick it, Carrie. So I moved 5 foot. No, he's only within 5 foot of me. Did they fix the extension on sneak attack yet, or do you know, Carrie? Well,
Well,
let's
if
see
you
if
rolled
I.
a hit and you hit and
I'm
it
just gonna
applies
say,
sneak
let's see
attack,
if
well,
I.
no.
Let's see if I hit. Whoa! What was all that action?
Fumble, a crit, and a 15.
I didn't have anything clicked. I have no idea what happened there. Oh, I had a bunch of people turn attack. All right, what the hell's happening here?
You hit me. You crit
Why
me.
is
Crit him.
everybody targeted?
So you did fumble on the unidentified creature, though.
Yeah, all right, let me
Wow.
redo this thing.
Okay.
He wasn't even He wasn't even targeted. I don't know what the hell happened. All right, let's
Yeah, it
redo.
was.
Yeah, I was. Whenever I looked at you. Okay, that
So
does
you
it.
hit.
Why did I roll 3 dice? I have no idea.
Because you had you had Thoris targeted, you had the creature targeted, and
You have no idea.
I don't know.
let's see, and you had advantage on
Me.
Thoris because he's blinded.
Yeah, I have no idea what happened there.
So
Alright,
that's
so
why I
blind?
rolled 3 dice.
Oh yeah, I'm blinded. Okay.
So, am I re-rolling it or did I miss?
No, you hit. I allowed you to reroll. You just hit it.
All right, perfect.
I'm gonna really have to rely on Waith to guide me in this fight. Okay.
How come? Let's see. All the
Hold
damage.
on, it's lagging a second. I don't know why, but your computer's lagging us out. So you do, some.
50 points of damage to it between everything.
Mhm.
And then I move back. I move 5. I move. What to do? I moved to there.
Theris.
Oh, where you see flaming sphere, that was my hack for the flame brand thing because it's 2d6 additional damage. I just grabbed the damage from flaming sphere, so I had it. Carrie, if you're wondering why it's a flaming sphere, because I don't have the coding for the flame tongue yet.
Why don't you
I'm gonna
use the
pop on
coding for the
Hunter's
flame talk?
Mark and shoot him.
Oh, that's cool. It's showing blood on him now. That's kind of cool.
Yeah, one of my players made an extension that does that.
And the sneak attack extension's working again.
And give it a shot.
Pew! Bounces off his armor. That one sticks. Doing 21 points of damage.
That's it for me.
As a free action, I yell, "Thoris, run!" Because I see him standing there like naked, swinging in the wind.
He's like, give me vision. I can't see. Tell me what's going on. The sword's like, there's a huge worm in front of you.
Yep.
Run west.
So I
Now
fly
the sword's like, the sword doesn't want him to run. The sword wants him to engage in melee.
That's probably what I'd do if I think I can actually do something.
So I fly another 30 feet up, and then I'm going to blast it again. So I'm
Well,
going
the
to
thing
guess
should be
he
lit
doesn't have a
with-
good
with-
deck save.
A -2.
That's what I'm hoping for.
The creature's fully lit by the fire, right? Like Thoris can see it.
Well, now he's probably fully lit by 2 lightning bolts coursing through.
He's blind from the
Briefly, you saw him.
poison, isn't he?
Wait, am I blind from the poison or?
You're
What's he
blinded
blind
because it's dark, and
I
you
have a
have
flame. I have a flame tongue sword out 10 feet
What's
from him.
what's the brightness of the flame tongue?
40, I think 40 foot, but I will look it up.
Yeah, please, because I don't know.
And if I can actually see,
What,
I have a perfect idea.
The campfire is 10 feet away from the creature. Is that enough to
The
light it?
campfire is so dimly lit right now that it's not really providing much light source.
Okay, understood.
There's a whole kind of pile of dirt landed on it. You know, this thing just erupted out of the ground.
These flames shed bright light in a 40-foot radius and dim light in an additional 40-foot. So 80 foot would be lit right now around me.
All right, so we're going to call it 20 and 40. So it's 20 foot bright, 40 dim because it's the sleet and the heavy wind and stuff.
Okay.
But yeah, he's not blinded. Let me remove that condition from him.
I have a question. Is this creature a giant type?
He is not a giant, no.
Okay. So there goes
He's
that plan.
really big though.
There goes that
He
plan.
is gargantuan, but he is
All right,
considered
so-
a monstrosity, not a giant.
All right, thank you. I'm just gonna
Purple rain.
I wanted to apologize to the sword. Put it away. That's an action, right? Yeah, it's an
The
action.
sword's like,
Never
no,
mind.
don't put me away. Don't.
Your sword is not sheathing. Your sword is not an action.
It is not.
It is not an
No.
action, no. You can do
Oh,
it as
okay.
part of your action.
Ah, okay. So I'm gonna do that, and I'm gonna misty step away.
You have to misty step into a location that you can see.
I know.
It's lit
Okay.
40 foot around me. Yeah, I was gonna say.
Yep. Actually, I'm gonna move here. Move there. I'm gonna try and firebolt this guy.
What, on your next turn?
Actually, I could use action surge.
Wait, is Misty Step a bonus action or an action?
It's an
Bonus?
action. Is it? Actually, let me look.
So you still have your action, so you can fire.
No.
I do? Is it an action?
If your Misty Step's a bonus, I don't
Oh
know.
no, Misty Step is a bonus action.
You still have your action. You can firebolt him.
Okay, I'm gonna use my attack action to firebolt.
Make sure you check off your misty step or whatever.
Yeah, yep. Let me do that. Okay, there we go.
That's a hit.
Okay. And
Your sword's
actually,
cursing at you.
shouldn't that be 3d10? Because
Yeah, it should be 3d10 because you're 11th
yeah,
level.
okay, so there's two more.
But you have to recode that.
That was
Those are
attack.
two
That was attack.
D20s.
Never mind.
Just roll the damage 2 more times.
I know. I meant I did attack instead of damage on accident.
There you go.
All right, there we go. And I'm gonna use, since I have extra attack.
This purple worm didn't know what he was getting into.
And then I'm going to use action surge.
And then Firebolt's a spell. You can't cast it more
Actually-
than once in a round.
Oh yeah. No, it's a cat.
So
but-
and it doesn't matter. You still
Yeah,
can't cast. It's so you just use your action surge to double bolt it.
Yeah. No, whatever. Okay.
God, could you imagine being a fighter getting like taking
Yeah.
Imagination and getting like, oh,
Yeah.
3 firebolts in a round. I get
Yeah,
9d10.
yeah,
No,
okay.
it doesn't work that way.
Yeah, sadly. Okay. Turn complete. Okay.
All right, so it's going to move over here.
All right.
Hold on.
He does not like me.
He moves, so he takes the booming blade damage.
Yep.
Damn, that attack was 68 points total from one attack.
666. Look at that shit. And he's going to try to bite Thoris again. Oh, he didn't try to bite him last time.
Tried to sting
And
me.
hits him. Doing some piercing damage with his teeth. 21 points. And you do not get out of the way. As, let's see, let me double check this. Dexterity saving throw or be swallowed. So you get
Oh, great.
swallowed
Wonderful.
by the
Okay.
worm. A swallowed creature is blinded. So there's your blind.
Oh, great. I'm blinded again.
And restrained. There's your. Oh, I think did it put both of those
Yeah,
on you?
I already put it on it.
Yep. And you have total cover against attacks and other effects outside the worm, and it starts to digest you, and you do some acid damage.
All right.
Oops. Not.
Oh, 66 acid. Okay, ow.
Wait. Piercing target damage, saving throw, swallows, creatures blinded, effects outside. On the start of each of the worm's turns, so that's why it's an effect like that. All right, and that's its bite, and then it's going to try to tail stinger on Marquette, which is a hit.
Jesus, fucking 29. Okay.
Why don't you have a
Piercing
29
damage
AC
to
then?
you, doing 20 points of damage.
Whoa, whoa, I'm gonna use uncanny dodge.
Oh, I didn't hear you say that. Sorry.
Actually, it's gonna do sting or poison damage, so I guess I can use it on that, right?
No, I think uncanny dodge is from an attack, though, isn't it? Like a melee attack.
Hey, look. Hold on. Oh, hold on. I have to read it. Yeah, so half that damage to me.
So you just took 8, which I fixed.
Which I had
And
4 attempts, so actually it should be 4 wounds. I fixed it.
do what? He gave you
I still had
20 points
4
of damage.
Correct. I still had 4 temps left.
Right, which would have done 16, and I halved it.
No, the
He did
hat. No,
20.
no, no, no.
He did 20
He didn't do
points.
20. He did 10 points of damage minus 4. He didn't do 20. He
Oh
did
yeah,
10
yeah,
because I
yeah,
did.
yeah, 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 yeah. You're right. You're right. You're right.
Right.
And then the what is it? The saving throw.
Don't. Hold on. You gotta. Let's see what I roll here. Fuck. I'm not gonna make the 19 anyway. Jesus
Heavily
Christ.
damaging him with poison. And he goes underground.
So,
Oh.
he flees my threat and squared, correct?
Let's see. Where was he? 5, 10, 15.
It does. It doesn't matter.
20,
It doesn't matter. It
25,
doesn't matter.
30. Yes,
I
yes.
use my I use my reaction for uncanny dodge.
So
All right,
there's
so
a
whip him.
10-foot tunnel that goes down, and you can see him like going into the ground.
Right then. Well, I guess it's up to me for now.
Theris.
I cannot see him from where I'm at.
No, you can see a hole. There's a hole there.
And there's no longer a Thoris.
How tall is this stump over here?
3 feet.
Can I go up on top of the stump?
Sure.
And I will ready my action. If I see that thing pop out of the ground, I'm going to shoot it with an arrow.
Okay. Damakos.
All right, so it moved over there, swallowed Thoris, and then went down, continued its move down a hole.
Oh no, stung Marquette. It turned him really green. You see him slouch over, holding a massive wound on his chest, then dove down into the ground out of sight.
Right, I was just saying it moved, attacked, and then continued its move.
Correct. Yeah, just like everybody.
Okay, so I'm gonna fly over the hole. Do I still see? I mean, it's a fucking gargantuan creature, so I imagine I see part of it, right?
Yeah, no, you can see his little tail like wiggling, going down into the ground.
Lightning bolt.
You can see
kidding?
like
Okay.
the dirt and stuff starting to cave back in on him as he's going
I
down.
can't target him because he's not on
Yeah,
the tracker anymore.
let me turn him back on for you.
Actually, I see him. Banishment.
I'm in him.
It's okay. I'm banishing him, not you.
Well, I have no idea how that's gonna work.
Oh, it didn't target him. Hold on.
I can kill him.
Well, I mean, when you banish another creature and it just eaten lunch, does
Everything
lunch
correct. Yeah,
pop out
everything that I
anymore?
have goes with them when they're banished.
Okay, well we got a minute to prep to bring him back, and
All
I'll
right.
target him.
He'll be dead by then.
You can't do anything over in the banish realm.
Oh, you're stuck there, aren't you? Yeah.
You just gotta sit and think about what you've done.
No, because I was going to use 2 third-level divine smites while attacking with Waith.
Well, I don't know that. I just want to prep us for a round so that we can all be around the hole and blast his
Yeah, I
ass.
Uh,
So, Carrie, does he poof?
You put
He does poof, and the hole caves in.
The hole caves in?
Yeah.
It was caving in by the time you did it.
I mean, it's like loose dirt, and it sank down, but the hole collapses because there's no worm in it anymore.
how deep was it?
The worm's about 40 feet long, and
So
when
was
it's
it 40
stretched
feet
out.
deep?
Well, no, it leaves a tunnel behind it 20 feet, 10 feet wide behind it. So when it collapses, the top collapses down, and you can see it sank down like 5 feet. There's a bunch of loose dirt. It collapsed down on top of itself. The hole did.
So it
Right.
didn't.
So when someone comes back from banish, and the square is occupied, they get pushed out to the clear square, right?
You're not sure.
Okay, so it did not.
Your character is not sure. Your character would not know that.
Okay.
So it did not release Thoris from his restraint?
It did not. No.
I'm going with him, I'm guessing.
Well, you don't know. You didn't see Thoris get ejected out or anything.
Because the spell specifically says I send one creature that I can see within range to another plane of existence. And Thoris is still a creature,
Well, I mean,
and he's
if
restrained.
So
if
then,
that
therefore, your
giant
character
had-
would assume that Thoris is buried in the ground down there.
Correct. That's what my character would assume.
Okay.
if a fire giant ate a pig before you killed it.
So I tell Theris, get down in the hole. Thoris is in the ground. Marquette, take a potion of cure or something.
Best.
You got a minute to get Thoris out of the dirt.
It's still your turn, boss.
Oh, I down arrow.
I drink a potion of superior healing. I'm working on getting it.
I don't think I take the poison damage, right? Because we're stuck.
What?
I mean, because we're not technically timed, right? Or we're just like not moving. And we're taking poison damage.
Drake need to talk to you specifically about this, since we're not to know what
I don't know where
happened
he
to
is,
you.
though, so.
I'm doing a little bit of checking here on a couple things.
Okay, go ahead. And if it's not the way I think it's supposed to be, Carrie, let me know if I can make an Arcana check to know if it would have worked that way or not. Okay.
Give me an arcana check in the tower, please, while we're
Roger.
looking at this. I need to look at one other thing.
Where the fuck is the tower now?
Wherever
there
you
it is.
have it.
Kira's got like 6 monitors there or something.
4.
Looking up, he's looking left, he's looking right, he's looking down.
All right. So, what was your arcana? Your arcana does tell you that if a creature is swallowed and you banish that creature, they both go.
Okay, so then I don't tell Theris to go down there and dig him out.
Yeah, if a swallowed creature is also banished, it is treated the same as the banished creature and is also incapacitated. It's affected by the incapacitation and could fight its way out of the creature if it isn't affected by it. So you are incapacitated, as so is it. So it is as well. However, you could still take the acid damage from the stomach.
Oh, great. Okay.
Let me double check this.
I'm going to be dead by the time we get back then.
No, I'm gonna bring it back next round.
Okay. Because I was about to say, that's 9 rounds of poison damage.
No, we're not doing that.
Yeah.
So Theris, get ready with your biggest baller attack.
It's kind of leaving it up to me. What do you guys think? He's in his stomach. He's incapacitated, but if I was unconscious, my stomach's still digesting, right?
Is it like they stop time, or is it like they
No,
can't
no,
breathe?
you're just incapacitated.
I mean, it
Meaning,
depends on how you're treating incapacitated with banishment. If it's a stasis field, so to speak, nothing would happen. If it's not, if it's an extra-dimensional space where they can't do anything, I mean, it really depends on how you're going to define where something goes when it's banished,
it's a
and then that would
demi-plane.
determine.
Yeah, I already took the damage this round, so we might as well just say.
So it's a demi-plane where it's completely incapacitated, or can something take action on that? Did that you see what I'm saying? I mean, really, it's still. I
fine,
think
it's
it's
fine. I already
A
took the
harmless demiplane.
I already took the damage. It's fine.
Technically, it's a harmless demiplane, so it can't do harm.
right. But if you banished me, I couldn't drink a healing potion either, right?
Correct. You're incapacitated. You can't take actions or reactions.
But to Gary's point, your stomach would still digest food. Time doesn't stop.
Dare you say I'm food?
You are.
You are. You're a snack. You're like a
Yeah.
burrito.
And by the end of this, I will be the one that's
Yeah. So I don't know if that was the proper spell to use or not, Brand.
It's
really
fine.
wasn't.
It was a
It's
good
fine.
idea, but
It's fine because when it comes back, it's going to be on the surface.
I mean, I feel like lightning bolt might have been worse because that would hit me as well.
Because
so that
because to Spacky's point, it does come back in on top.
so that was on your turn. How did we
It was
get
on my
to
turn,
its turn?
and then it went to Marquette's turn. Then
Oh, so
Thor's
it's turn. Okay, so we're back up to the top of the initiative.
Theris, be ready.
I'll move a little bit closer, and then I will ready an arrow shot. Quick question. This is the end of the day, right? So
This is
Yeah,
the
Uh,
middle
it's
of the
third
night.
watch.
just wondering how like the long rest works. Does it?
We'll
Have
look
to...
that up
figure it
when we're
out.
done with the combat.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay, sure.
Unless you want to look it up
Yeah,
while
pass it.
you're on your turn, you're more
I'll
than
look it
welcome
up.
to use the player's handbook.
Okay, so on my turn, I end the spell, so it pops back out on top of that rubble. And then I'm going to blast it. So if you put it back on there.
I'm seeing if it actually appears at the start of your turn when you end concentration.
Target remains there till the spell ends, at which point the target reappears in the space it left or the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied. If that space is now occupied by dirt,
The target remains there until the spell ends. So when you end concentration, though, is a free action. So yeah.
then the spell ends.
So poof, there he is.
Boom. And I blast him again with a lightning bolt because that's the biggest spell I have that I can hit him with.
All right, let's
There.
see what
And-
happens to him inside as you hit him with a lightning bolt. Let's see if anything happens.
And I'm going to upcast it to 6th level.
Are you
Oh.
kidding me?
I think
I
you're
hate you.
protected. I think he read you were protected earlier. I'm not sure.
Has
he's
cover.
protected.
I don't.
Well, I aim for its face. He's in the belly. I ain't going to hit him. It's a
Well,
5-foot
lightning, that's like saying I'm going to stun somebody in the foot and it only affects just their foot, with a
Whatever.
stun gun. I'm allowing you to do it. I'm just going to
I'm
tell
gonna-
you what
You're
happens.
throwing the hammer. You're throwing the hammer at the giant.
Yeah, I know how it's working. Okay, so I'm trying to free his ass. Are you fucking kidding me? It rolled an 18 on its save?
It's
did.
got a -1.
No, I rolled a 20 and it has a -2.
It's even better.
That fucker's been rolling freaking hot. 29 on his attack on me. I'm like, holy shit.
Fucking, I'd upcast that to 6th level.
I can still do some damage.
Yeah.
20. God damn it. There's nothing else I can do. I think.
He would actually probably take that lightning damage. But you will find out if he did or not.
I really hope I didn't.
Okay, that's all I can do because I can't. Hold on, wait. Yeah, I'm a down arrow right now.
Okay, a poison is a pain. Okay, so
It's not poison, it's acid. You're being digested.
acid. Sorry, I'm gonna pull out Waith.
Waith's like, no, I'm not helping you.
Yeah. This is my fault. I was gonna pull you out last round, but then I got swallowed.
Yeah, but you put me away to cast a spell.
Yeah, my bad, mate. I got startled. Okay, anyways.
So what are you trying to have him do? He's like,
I'm gonna
he
cut
can't stop
my
him
way
from stabbing.
I'm gonna cut my way out.
So roll to hit.
Inspiration on my first attack.
You got inspiration. Oh wait, you don't have, or did you check it
I
off
just
just
took it
now?
off. I
Yeah,
checked it.
go ahead. That's a hit.
I'm gonna use a 3rd level Divine Smite. And that is, I have to do DH as well. 1 second. I don't know how to upcast Divine Smite or like make it so it does the what's the word? Like the 3D.
You have to code each
48.
additional level if you want to do it that
Yeah.
way.
Okay. So I just have to add 2d8 after I do the damage. And Let's do the extra 2d8. They already are Marquette, and I used inspiration.
That's fine. That's fine. If you see my whisper, it's same
Yeah, I
team.
know.
I was just letting you know.
I know. That's why I use inspiration. Okay. Okay. So, and then two extra d8.
You can just roll 2d8 if
Yep.
you want.
Roll
Or...
2d8.
So another 7 points.
I'm gonna roll once more.
And now hold on a second. If the worm takes 30 or more on a single turn from a creature inside of it, it has to make a Constitution saving throw, which it fails. At the end of that turn, okay, keep going.
Okay. 2 17s. Okay. I'm gonna use another third level Divine Smite. And then that extra 2d8. So 6 more damage. Is it still standing?
It is, well, it's still worming.
Yep.
It's
Okay. So
still
I'm
still
gonna use
laying there.
I'm gonna use my action surge.
You already used your action search.
I did. Oh, I did. Yeah. I think there's something else I can do. 1 second. I can't see outside of it, right? Its mouth isn't open or anything like
No,
that.
and
You're
you're also blind.
That doesn't matter. It's fine. Let's see. Actually, where is it? I have a thing. It's not poison, right?
It's not poisoning you, no.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
It's
Sorry, Drake.
digesting
I
you.
just
It's acid.
Okay.
can I use? I don't think I had. Can I use my ready to action of one shot?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
See if that invalidates all this.
Are you? I'm waiting on. Yeah, you would have
Sorry, I'm
done
just.
that before he got his turn, actually.
Yeah.
Which
Oh,
kills
he
it.
got credit. Okay. So technically, I killed it, but um. So I just get puked out of
Also,
his mouth.
I read up on the question I had there, Drake. All of this stuff you recover at the end of the long rest. So anything that we were to use in this encounter would be recovered. But of note is that we don't get anything back before the encounter finishes. Like if we are completely out of spell slots before, we wouldn't have had them back for this encounter.
Right, but if you're interrupted, then you don't gain the benefit of a long rest.
Only if we, as long as you're not interrupted for more than 1 hour. So if you do 1
No,
hour of
no,
fighting,
no.
then
Read
the
it a little
rest
bit
is
slower. If you fight in combat, or if you're interrupted for more than an hour doing stuff, so read it a little slower.
And yes, I am now outside of its belly. So
No, you're not.
no, I'm not. No, not actually.
No, you're
Yeah.
not. You have to actually hit the
And
down arrow to get regurgitated.
yeah, because it's puking.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
it instinctively regurgitates you as it's dead, and you fall out onto the ground.
And I just say, "Who banished me?"
You don't know that.
I do actually. I got poisoned. I couldn't move, or acid.
You didn't get poisoned. You got acid, and you don't
That
know
doesn't
that
help
you
your
got
case.
banished.
Did you see any magic items in its belly while you were in there?
I was blinded.
He's like, "Where's my
Yeah.
sword? My sword! Oh shit!"
Let's cut that fucker open and take a look what's inside.
Let's
I
see.
recommend not because I don't like acid. Also, speaking of which, can I get like that acid off my character before I get killed?
It's only while you're in its stomach.
No, I am no longer in the stomach.
I move off because I want no part of that thing. And I asked Darius if he has any healing spells since our other healer is gone.
And I'm
Yeah, are we out of initiative here?
use lay on hands and heal myself for. Or actually, how many can I do?
We're out of initiative
60
here,
now.
Drake?
60.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, there we go.
Sorry, tokens are
Does anyone
unlocked.
still have poison on them?
So let's take a
There's
look
no
at
poison.
a long rest. A long rest is a period
I will be
Uh,
right back.
Sorry,
at least
I don't know
during which a
if I
character
misspoke there,
sleeps or
Drake.
performs light activity, reading, talking, eating, or standing watch for no more than 2 hours. If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, which combat is strenuous, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain any benefit from it.
Right. So since we didn't take an hour dealing with that, it wasn't interrupted.
No. Here, I'll read it a slower. If the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, which combat is, or at least an hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain any benefit from it. So when you got interrupted, now you have to start over. So if you can perform light activities, reading, talking, eating, or standing watch. But if the rest is interrupted by a period of strenuous activity, at least 1 hour of walking, fighting, casting spells, or similar adventuring activity, the characters must begin the rest again to gain any benefit from it.
That 24 seconds we were awake and fighting has got our adrenaline pumping, and we can't go back to sleep right away and get a good rest.
Yeah. So
Because
you
literally,
gotta,
it was 4 rounds from the rumbling in the ground to being dead. That 24 seconds wore us out.
yeah, that fighting or casting spells or similar adventuring activity, you have to start over. You guys could have walked away. I mean, talking, eating, or
Which just
standing
means
watch.
we can sleep in later the next morning and still do 8 hours. It's really not that. You only need 6 hours. It's not that big a deal. We still had this was third watch. We still had 2 hours, so we don't break camp at 6 a.m. We break camp at 10 a.m. Boom, done. Problem solved.
Let's see if there's another encounter.
Sure. But hold on, did we find any loot cutting this thing open?
Oh, do you guys literally like start slicing this gargantuan worm
Well,
open? That's
Brant
gonna
is.
take you the rest
I,
of the night to cut this
I
thing open.
assume Brant's gonna cast detect magic to detect any magic anything's inside of it.
You assume correctly.
Oops, not the wrong dice.
We've already seen this thing can swallow people whole, so there might be a chance it swallowed somebody else and it didn't digest it and it's got something in its bowels. Who knows?
Unfortunately, it does not have anything glowing magical.
Hey, Drake, this is what I was reading from on the Roll20. I don't know if it's accurate to what is in the player's handbook. But where the hyphen is implies that it's 1 hour of walking, fighting, it's 1 hour of fighting.
No, 1 hour of walking,
I guess it's
comma,
yeah,
fighting, comma.
Yeah, fair enough.
It's been that way since the dawn of time. If you get interrupted when you're sleeping, you gotta start over. So you might as well just blow your wad because you're gonna get it back as you gotta start over. If you get enough. So you guys spend the rest of the evening cutting this thing open, or no? You don't detect any magic coming from it.
Then
So
no.
either its hide's too thick, or it's nothing's magical in it.
Oh, its hides could be too thick apparently too. I don't know.
Yeah, but I'm not spending the whole evening cutting the thing open. We got to rest. You know what? We'll cut it open in the morning. But I need my spells back.
Yeah, I'm gonna say to get this thing like gutted and opened up and everything's gonna take you without getting acid everywhere and totally covering yourself with gore and stuff like 4 hours.
Okay, well let's get our long rest and get our spells back first.
All right, so let me double check what I rolled for encounters.
Can I get a heal?
No.
Yeah.
No, you can't get any heals. Because you don't need them.
Okay. I'm just saying in future, like before he rolls things, oh, there's an encounter, and it's like, oh, I want to heal. It's like ask for like immediately when combat stops.
I heard you
So-
say it. That's why I said, hold on, you don't need them. So, yeah, so you guys sleep into the morning. The sun's been up for several hours. as we are going to do advance the day, and we're going to make it. Are you guys gutting this thing too?
I'd like to, yeah.
Sure.
Why don't you take that sword of yours, Thoris, and cut it open? Pretty sharp sword.
I mean, 66 points of acid damage per 6 seconds. What can survive?
I don't know. I don't know,
Yeah.
Carrie. I know
I
that
mean,
in
I'm
in
just
through the entire world of ever gaming, I know that a lot of times stuff's been in purple worms. Just,
yes.
but so once again, I'm
And
not going
there's
to
a
leave a giant
percentage
thing that
chance,
swallows
correct?
people's whole
And
that
there's
we
a
wouldn't at
percentage
least look.
chance that
Yeah,
there's something in there, right?
correct.
And
I
I
don't. I
rolled
don't.
percentage, and nothing came up. So what do you want me to do?
Perfect. There you
Well,
go.
we're
The way it is.
So you guys spend the 4 hours, nothing's in there. It's pretty hard to survive
I
66
think the
acid.
5e loot tables are the worst ever compared to what they used to be.
They absolutely are the worst when you're playing in a module where the magical items are what's in the module. You know, that's the worst part of it. Because if you throw out a whole bunch of free nilly-willy magical items, then the module now becomes a different an easier module because there's more magical items out there. So you got to be careful when you're running a Wizards of the Coast official module. You want to try to maintain those magical items that are within the module as much as possible. Plus, we have magical items in chat, those kind of things. So I try to limit it to when it's a random encounter. Very rarely are they going to have
Oh, and
magical items.
I just assume, yeah, I just assume something random, and there's always a chance. There was not a
There
chance in
was. I
this
rolled a
case.
41, so the chance was none.
Damn, where's that 42? At
Right? It would have been a towel, a magical towel.
least would have been able to wipe the acid off
It
of
was
us.
a towel. It just got digested.
All right,
All right,
so
so it's
next
2 in the
morning.
afternoon when you guys get done, and you're like, well, that didn't help out. However, there is a huge amount, I mean, a enormous amount of great worm, purple worm meat, and purple worm thorns, and purple worm crawly things, and purple worm acid, stomach acid. I don't know. Does anyone have any
So
empty potion bottles?
no, yeah, my one superior potion I had to drink. That my only one I had.
We'll fill it up.
No, I'm not going near that thing. That's why my guy moved away. He never said he was going to help cut it open.
Okay.
That
Get the
thing
fuck
almost
out of here.
killed me in one attack.
Actually, it's
75
almost
hit
10
points.
o'clock. It's almost time for bed anyway.
Yeah, we got a few more minutes here. So let me help you guys out here. Let me do that.
No game next
Let
week,
me
by
do
the way.
that,
Just so Spanky knows.
and we'll do.
I mean, if you want to jump on a plane and come down here, we can do one live. Spanky.
We'll do
Yeah, I'm gonna
this.
have to pass on.
All right, so it's 2
Furthest
o'clock
travel.
in the afternoon. You guys pack up. Well, it doesn't take you guys long to pack up. There's no tents or backpacks or sleeping bags or anything. You just kind of stand up, right? Oh, it's pretty pitiful.
Well, we need our
You're all shivering because it's been sleeting all night.
we need
Your hands are like frostbitten, frost nipped.
well, should we pull back and go to Cormier and get like tents and warm weather gear and freaking spells and everything else? Because we have no potions of healing. We're going into cold weather. We're not prepared for this at all. Just so we know.
When you say pull back, do you mean go to Cormier? Because the main
Yes.
road's like 4 hours north.
Yeah. I mean, we're not really in a rush to chase down giants. I mean, there's not a timetable on anything as far as I know. Asking for a friend.
Are you asking me that question?
I am asking the party as I'm
Oh.
as my character Marquette is shivering, going, "Holy shit, it's getting cold! I don't got a cloak that keep me warm. That ground was cold last night, and there's some purple ass worms, and I have no way to heal myself, and it's like I have to beg on my hands and knees to get a heal spell cast on me. I need to pick up some potions in town, because if we're gonna continue on in this dangerous area, I'm worried that we're gonna get killed. So what do you guys want to do? I'll stay with you if you want to choose going forward, but I'm very worried that like I said, I have no way to heal myself. I'm out of potions except minimal potions that basically for if I brush my knee on the ground, I might be able to heal a scrape on my knee. And stuff's hitting me and almost killed me in one shot. So, and I'm like, can I get a heal
Well,
spell? And
maybe
everybody's
if
like,
you
oh no.
took a pause
So I
from
don't know
talking
what's
for a
going on
second
right
and
now.
let the other players speak up, they might be able to say something. What do you guys think?
Yeah, we probably should resupply. I mean, I kind of was hoping we could resupply in that last town, but there was like 10 people living there.
25
Yeah, and we had to steal their arrows.
in their
So,
rations.
so how far is it from here to Cormier?
Well, Cormier's on the other side of the Thunder Peaks.
All right, how
But
far
from
is
the
it
town, they
from
said
the? So it's a. So you want to travel a week back and then? I mean, I'm sure it doesn't really affect the story all that much.
Well, where are you guys going? Where
We were following those giants north to go kill them.
Uh-huh.
We're
And
probably
so
going back to.
so you travel 4 hours north following the giants, and the tracks disappear on a main road.
we don't have a map of the area, right? So we don't know where any of the
Your characters don't, but
how close is Salt
I given the
Marsh?
players a map.
How close is Salt Marsh?
Salt Marsh is down there on the bottom of the map.
I don't think we're equipped to be going north into the Thunder Peaks. I think
But how
we
much gear
double
does
back.
Salt Marsh have?
Well, with the nearest big town, I'm assuming is Cormier, right? Is there anything in the Dale Lands that's a big town?
Well, Cormier is a country. The nearest biggest town is Arabelle, which is the capital of Cormier.
Right,
Let's
which is
go there.
literally straight down this road path. We don't have to cross the Thunder Peaks. There's a tradeway right next to us, basically where we're at. Yes. So
Mhm.
how far
And,
now from
and
down that tradeway?
each square is a day.
264 miles.
264
a
miles.
day?
Yeah.
So it was way more than a week from town because they told us a week.
10 days is a week.
Oh, okay. So
Welcome
I mean,
to Forgotten Realms.
and we can always order.
It's
I mean,
23 days away from 1 square a day.
do we have any magical means to travel faster?
Not that fast. I mean, I can Misty Step a whole lot, but
Poof. Okay, hurry up, guys. Catch up.
Does the ranger have anything that can help us travel faster?
Overland. Oh,
Let
what's
me
the
check.
rangery spell?
Long strider, but
Land stride.
I don't think he has that.
Nothing to move faster. It's just stuff that prevents slowing from difficult terrain.
so let's go down to Arabelle, and you know what? One thing we could probably do there is figure out, maybe find out if there's more to this giant story than what we're hearing, and maybe there's some expeditions that are going out. You can join up with that. I don't know. I mean, so far I know is we're chasing giants around the country. There could be a bigger thing at play here. We should find out the rest of the story. Or maybe not. Maybe we just get down there and buy some tents and some beds and some cold weather clothes. And maybe I could find a spell to put in my spell book to give us resistance to elements of some kind. And then we shoot back up north and go kill some giants.
whatever you guys want to do. Like I said,
Why don't
my thought process is to hit town. Like I said, well, it may be advantageous to think we can keep pursuing these through. What I'm saying is that we are not supplied or the way we need to be to kind of venture into Arctic conditions. And then secondarily, like I said, we don't. I mean, there's a lot of things we're missing that, like, we kind of half-ass cocked went off from Salt Marsh. You know what I mean?
That's kind of what I just said.
I mean, why don't we go to Orlin or Mulhessen? Because those are like half the distance compared to Arabelle.
Okay. I don't know. You looking at the
I'm
map
pretty
here?
sure we passed through what Mulheston was, and that was a destroyed
Orderland.
town.
How big is Orderland?
Orderland used to be the capital of Symbia, but was destroyed in a planar rift summoned
Oh,
by
yeah, I remember
Ariel, one of Shar's followers.
I remember
So you're
that,
more
yeah.
than welcome to go there. That whole Symbia was under battle and been just blasted for years.
Yeah. Saraloon is the current capital. I remember that much. Or like most important city, really.
Does Oros have teleport on his sheet?
I don't think teleport's gonna help with that much.
No, I'm just asking. I don't know what else has on his sheet.
Let's go to
I
Arabelle.
mean, it does seem like there's not too much of a time crunch on anything, plot wise. I think maybe it would make sense to go back to that town.
Plot-wise, the time
for the
crunch is you
dwarves
guys.
and-
When you get there, that's the time crunch. 'Cause,
Right.
I mean,
So
the same with
if we
the.
go back to the
Remember
town,
the hill
say,
giant seeding? You guys could have spent 6 years wandering around, but when you got to the hill giant seeding, that's when we started it. Same thing for the next one.
Right. So there's no reason we can't go back to town in reality, unless we just don't want to.
No.
I mean, that's why I think that's kind of why our wisest course is right now. Plus, we might be able to commission some people to help out that town and go back and reinforce that town with some more people. We've got plenty of money. I mean,
You
that'd take
guys
a
are
whole lot of gold.
you guys are definitely off the rails. So it doesn't
So
matter.
let's. So why don't we plan on going to
is that a bad
Arabelle?
thing?
If you guys want, and just in the sake of kind of depending on how much role playing you want to do in town or not, we can kind of have a couple of weeks to kind of put in Discord what we want to accomplish in Arabelle, and then Carrie, we can maybe feed us back on how we accomplish that or whether we can or not, like supply wise and what we want to do, spells you want to learn, Brant, time we want to spend there, whatever, and then we can kind of do that offline, and then when we get back, we can basically be back on the road to Archwood and back where we are. And if that's okay with Carrie, I don't know if you want to do random encounters back and forth. But
There is some things that take place before you get to Arabelle, if that's what you're asking me.
yes, that would be my
Yeah.
intent. Is can we
There
do
are some things that take place before you get to Arabelle. But without the whole party dying and stuff, I assume that you guys are going to eventually make it to Arabelle. So yes,
right?
you can purchase things in Arabelle.
So that would be the intent, I think, is just kind of resupplying. So everybody has time, a couple of weeks to basically figure out what supplies you would want to get, warm weather gear, whatever, potions if we can find them in town. I don't know what Arabelle's going to have, but it's obviously a major town. It's the capital of Cormier, so
I'll
we would
put
hope.
together a shop when you guys get to Arabelle, so you can peruse the shop in Arabelle. You guys can purchase anything from the player's handbook.
So just curious whether it's relevant or not. Role playing wise, would we go back for our companion dwarves before making the travel, since we're only
They
a
are already
day
ahead
away
of
from
you
that town?
by 2 days.
They already started. They melted down the weapons and headed out. I was thinking we could go to Arabelle and even kind of like maybe hire some people to go back and help reinforce that town if we want to be good guys. I mean,
I feel like that would be a suicide mission.
They're probably
just in
not
general.
2 days ahead of you. They're probably a day ahead of you.
Short legs.
all right, so that's our game plan, I think, and that'll give us a couple weeks to kind of.
That was the game plan like
all around.
2 months ago too. I already got all that laid out. I got pins on the map. I
I
found
know.
new maps, so
I know. I wanted to go back.
I
to
was
town.
hoping you guys weren't going another direction. I'm like, don't go another direction. I got to do all those cities too.
All right, so that'll be our plan for 2 weeks from now. Definitely, everybody try to take a little bit of time and at least what would be your objectives of going to town. Once again, it's a major town, but in this realm, magic items, there's not a huge magic item shop, but Carrie can put that together. As far as like common items,
Oh, it's
players
a
can't.
decent magical item shop in Arabelle.
Yay!
So Drake,
Or a
can I ask you a
decent. It's
question
not
before
a
we go?
shop, but there'll be the chances of you getting magical items. It's not just like a shop, but you'll be able to role play out getting magical items easy enough. So we're gonna do session 13 on March 21st. Sound right?
Yes.
Yes, I'm coming back from Universal, but I'll be back by then.
All right, so let's see if there's anybody we want to go raid real quick.
No.
Well, you don't. You're not rating anybody anyways because you're not in the chat.
I don't
And
do that shit.
yeah, you don't help the party out by getting chat points so you can buy magical items and potions and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah, no,
Advantages and disadvantages.
Yeah, ever since the cheater to chat, I have a lot of chat points because I'm generally in the stream. But
Mhm.
like, I feel like if I'm given every time the purple worm attacks me, I'm like disadvantage, disadvantage. That's kind of hokey. You know what I mean?
It is
Yeah.
cheating. It definitely is cheating. So
Yep.
the,
All
the
right.
the object is to get people that aren't playing to do that.
I know.
I'm
That's why I
going
don't
to
use it. I
But
really
bed.
don't like using
Good
it.
night. Oh,
yeah, no problem, Brent. We'll see your grumpy ass in a week.
yeah.
Later.
All right, that's it. We're
It-
done with Against the Giants. I will be running Princes of the Apocalypse on Tuesday at 8 o'clock Eastern, right here on the channel. On Friday, we will be doing Jungles of Cholt. Dun dun dun. That's also 8 o'clock Eastern. And Tane's just let me know in my ear that he won't be here, but we will be here for Jungles of Cholt on Friday. Saturday, I am not running Icewind Dale because Rob is moving his studio when he moves into his own house. And then Sunday, we are off again next week. If we're going to switch to a permanent every other week on Sundays, I may pick up another game, or I actually may inquire about being a host over on Rob's channel. So I'll discuss that in 2 weeks with these guys if we're going to permanently switch to an every other week. So I'll pick up that on the off weeks. And with that, we're out of here. So we'll talk to you guys later. See you guys.